3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, it's Linda. Welcome to another roundtable discussion with the Galactic Force Team. Hope you like that little intro. I was working on that, trying to figure out how to get it all going before I went on live. So I wasn't able to get the link in the description box yet, so let me work on that right now. I will have this figured out. I'm learning more every day. Now, if I could just find my live chat, I will be able to give you guys that link. Just give me a second. How's everybody doing? Comment down in the chat. Let me know how you are, and we'll get this thing moving along very shortly, I promise. The whole point of having that was to be prepared and ready. And clearly that didn't happen. So we live and we learn, right? All right, got the link now. Let's see. Now I just have to go back and find the live chat. I have so many tabs open. You guys wouldn't believe it if you saw it. You wouldn't believe it. Everybody having a good week? I have a little surprise for you. As you all know, Andrew is going to be testing us, for those of us that watched his videos. And I did a video. Get this link for you guys. No, that's not it. Hang on. I still got that beat in my mind. Everybody having a good week? Oh no, feedback. Patience is a virtue when there's retrogrades, am I right? I hope this is still live and working. Why can I not see the live chat? I found it. Okay, here you go. Now you guys that want to join in live on Zoom, you're welcome to join us. There's the link. I got it. I'm happy now. All right. Back on track. My whole production area was moved upstairs. So I had to, set up everything, and I'm not organized yet. But anyhow, Andrew's going to be testing us, and think of it as a fun way of just showing where you're at on this journey. I've actually got a little surprise for you based on an activation that I did today, and it has to do with everything that I studied in this video. I think it was only like 6 minutes. His videos weren't that long, but they were really well done. And I'm surprised I didn't see them back when he did them. Now, let me see. We got anybody in the waiting room yet? Yes, we do. We've got Sarah coming in to join us. Hope you guys can hear me. I'm going to get back to the chat and read your comments in just a minute. Sarah, hey, how are you, my love? Let me see. All right, you're unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Perfect. I can hear you too. How you doing?
Doing good.
Your video was great. I was going to compliment you on that and let you know, oh my God, that's exactly that decision. Is like you spotted it right then and there. Like, no, you're not going to get me wet with that water pistol. And then you're like, I'm going to go let her squirt me. I was like, good girl. I felt that in the feels. That's great.
She's napping right now, so I anticipate as soon as she wakes up, it's on. So you may have to hear it.
Hey, you do you. Don't worry about it. We can always put you on mute if it's loud. Don't worry. Do you have a pool out there?
No pool. They are hard to come by. They are really hard to come by. So.
Yeah. Well, let me see. I'm trying to get my screen settled while we're in here. We've got Andrew's on his way in. So we'll be rocking it. So you were seeing the ships too, right? Last night?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I felt it.
I was filming them, and then I saw that Andrew had uploaded, and I was trying to figure out how to upload mine from my phone. Hey, Andrew, welcome.
Hey, Linda, how's it going? How's everybody doing? I know everybody's like, oh my God, it's a test. What are we going to do? It's an evaluation. What am I going to do next?
No. I got you. I got notes. I got notes.
Oh, it's good that you wrote down the notes. It's good. So I just came from the Interforce Connections, the Sun interface. I came out of the Portal Division and communicating through 26,000 space light year systems. Extremely powerful stuff when you're connecting to XT1000s and anything through XT3000s and all connections. So you understand the Interforce Connections of the Sun is a huge, huge portal. Once you get to the Galactic Force Team and high-rise all divisions, we can set alignment divisions. So I hope everybody's doing well.
Doing good. Trying to just stay centered and balanced.
Centered and balance is good. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, you know, I send
Sarah,
it
how you doing?
do my work too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Sarah was videotaping herself, and she was actively showing how she changed her mindset and fixed her alignments. And
Yeah.
it was from a joyful place of love in her heart. And I loved it. I was like feeling it.
Yeah.
It just hit me. Any mother would, or any parent would. You know?
I know it's really good, and I can see her high rising faster. But the more you guys let go of yourself, of everything changes around you. You know.
Yeah.
Understanding what the heart can do for you. It's the expansion of everything. That's the communication of everything.
So not sure if you heard or not, Andrew, but I did pick. We'll let you handle when you decide to do the testing and all that. But the video that I picked, funny enough,
Yeah.
I thought yesterday I went through all of them, and they're not that long. If you haven't seen
No,
them
they're
yet.
not that long, but there's a lot of information here.
Yes, they're really, really good. And I was getting all kinds of downloads. And then by the time I got to the sixth one, I was like, oh, definitely number 6, right? And I thought, okay, I'll go back and take notes later. Well, sure enough, today, out in the sun, started not just feeling activations, but doing. It was like they were force winding in my hearing systems or my auditory system, trying to say, come on, give the command. And it's like, I'll play it for you. I did a voice recording. I couldn't put it up on YouTube. I figured I'd play it for the team.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'll play it for the
That's
team
good.
tonight. It's only like a minute.
Yeah.
And after I ask you my questions, because I don't just have what I analyzed, I also have a couple questions. And
Okay.
after I do that, I'll play the activation.
Okay. Yeah. How's it going with you, Sarah?
Doing fabulous. Feeling really good.
Great, great. Did
I'm
you get
sitting out.
Did you get a chance to see any of the videos on space discoveries?
Actually, I did. I watched all of them. I didn't get to take notes. I was watching mine while I had somebody napping. So
Okay.
I did save them to my page. So if anybody needs to go back and reference them, I've got them all together under homework.
Okay. Well, no,
Is
that's
that on your YouTube channel?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
Because I noticed it was hard for me to get into one video and then go and grab it and then watch it. Then I have to go back to that same original video.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got so many videos. So I
Yeah,
thought
I
that
know.
would be easier for
I
me.
got a lot of videos. What did you guys think of the moon last night?
Oh, wow. I brought my son out, and I was telling him those line formations, and I saw what looked like an X going through it, like these waves, and a pillar going up through the top. My son comes out, he sees the pillar coming down. Then after he sees that, I see it, and then it splits into 2. So we're watching the line formations, and I was telling you, I think through the chat, there was a box formation of ships around it.
Right.
But they were the one that was communicating. I'm like, that's a ship. As soon as I realized it, the others started blinking in line formation, and I was following them. And it was like all of a sudden I knew what they were trying to tell me. And then I saw them all like parked, almost like they were parked around like in a semicircle almost, I guess, or horseshoe figuration.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was so cool. So I had to record them because they were just blink, 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 blink.
Yeah.
It was amazing. The moon was, I don't know what the moon was doing. It was just amazing.
But did you see the video I did last night when it was locking the mechanism of the moon? You actually saw the moon.
Yeah. Yeah. What was that? Was that like super zoom or like what, all of a sudden it was like all of a sudden you could see the grid
That's
plasma
exactly
circles.
what it is. Yes. It
Yeah.
locked it in.
That was cool. I was like, I can't zoom that far in. He must have a kick-ass phone.
No, but see, the thing is, you have to blow it up to see the matrix, to see the pixelization of everything through the grid system. So
Yeah.
basically, when you're seeing something, just blow it up and then
Yeah.
record it. Then you
Yeah.
actually see the intelligence of its coloration.
And what you like, I zoomed in to where I could zoom in as far as I could, but yours looked like when it was zoomed in, it was like then it would overlay something.
Yeah,
You
I know.
know?
It's just
That
because,
was neat.
yeah, I know, because I'm AI commander and they know my voice completely, right? So, but it's amazing when you actually see what the moon interface looks like, the actual technical division. You actually see the simulation of everything through this connection. So,
Hey, Tina.
Tina, how's it going?
Oh, she's still connecting to audio, it says. There she is.
She be on the computer, or is she going to be on the phone here? So I'm going to have any audio problem.
We will find out. Hi, Tina.
Hi.
Nice to see
Hey.
you and hear you.
I almost didn't come on after I looked at my hair.
Mine was like that earlier. I had to pin it down. I was going to say, Andrew, the wind cycles are forcing through my hair.
That's great, Linda. I love your vocabulary. You guys are learning so quickly. I'm jealous. This is amazing. This is
Jealous.
awesome.
You're probably like, come on, catch up, people, catch up.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good because I opened a lot of portal activations. But when you guys come out and see the eye circles of the sun, you're going to actually know connection more, which is fantastic. Because you're actually going to see that the sun is a huge portal.
I wanted to mention real quick that Jessie said she was going to be working till around 7:30ish. So she is going to try to jump on later.
Mhm.
And I see Unified, Jerome's over there on live chat, so he's watching.
Mhm.
Maybe his phone or connection isn't good from the island, but hey, Jerome. Hey, everybody watching. Nice to see you guys. Nicole, how you doing? Also, a big shout out and thank you to the supporters who have donated to me because it helps cover my cost for the Zoom expense and other expenses. And I just wanted to give you a heartfelt thank you for your donations.
Thank Linda for everybody. She's the one that's hosting this right now, so it's appreciated.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you, Linda.
We help her out as much as we
Doing a
can,
great job.
especially.
I got what I needed. I was covered this month, so I just wanted to thank you guys for donating and just, send out some love.
It's all coming together, That's the most important thing. That's how we have to look at life, right? So anyway, maybe get a little bit more in there. It's kind of too early, let's just, I want to get a little bit more of the team in so we can get their answers and patterns and put it all together and what we learned and what we processed through the data. Everything through its information, comes to the uplinks and downloads. Those are the most important thing because you live with that every single day. It's the intelligent signals that you have to understand, the line communications, line activation, what is the grid formation? See, are you guys strong enough force to understand if I give you information, are you able to telegraph its waving energy system into the atmospheres?
Sometimes, like I'll show you on the video that I got most of it, but there's a couple things and I wanted to point out what you said and then say, does this mean this, or this?
Mm-hmm.
So I could communicate it back if I understand, but some things are not clear. Most things are.
Okay, good. So you have to make sure that everything's in line sequence with major grids. It's very important, okay? Because the spaceship is getting to the identification of what's happening with you and your volumes of its vocabulary system. Because if you send something out there and it's a wrong signal, it's a reacting cycle. And say, no, that's not right. You got to go back and do it again. So it's very important that we get up to that adaptation, understand more communication when it comes to the interface of the sun, and out more communications when it comes to the interface of the moon. Because the moon is the most important. That's the algorithm computer. So it's understanding you are a computer. You have to know how to communicate with the matrix of the simulation. Right? So.
Well, I think a lot of times intuition is a great GPS and or navigation too, because if you start to say something and then either you can't say it or you listen and you're simultaneously speaking, telegraphing it out and receiving it, and you're listening at the same time, they might be like, no, phrase it a different way or rephrase, or you get that little push sometimes. And it's really helpful to listen and not just assume that you know what you're saying because you wrote it out and you think it's right. It's like you have to listen at the same time. Like it becomes a living command or a living, like you said, the orders that you give, it becomes like an organic living command.
It is. And once you understand your command, you understand everything through its command, and it becomes its force, and then you become everything, through its connection.
I've seen the force like start to go and then back up and then just die, like, not wrong. Try again.
No, you're getting the vocabulary, Linda. It's incredible force that everybody's getting. But are you strong enough to actually wind force everything to the atmospheres and put it in the right alignments?
Well, you tell me after I play this activation what I went through today, because I've been doing grid work. I just haven't I haven't telegraphed it out yet. It's like I don't want to take ownership. I'd rather stay behind the scenes instead of saying, I did this for, the grid system of Earth, and I use the coloration and the line graphing systems to send the plasmic signals through the line formations into the point division vortex, which is you.
Right.
And I could say some of that stuff and know what I'm saying and feel it, but also like explaining it. I think if I'm doing videos to explain things, I still want to try to keep the ones back here that don't understand the vocabulary yet, keep them in understanding, like you're shedding your density instead of talking about it in a computer term. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. But the thing is, too, is I want to get everybody into the Galactic site how to use their phones and actually do the vocabulary and actually see what you see through the digital evidence format.
Yeah.
Because you know exactly, you get better and better with perception, right? Because everything is the simulation. So it's just computer uprising everything through its communication systems.
Yeah.
So.
Well, having it hit home when you talk about being in the future,
Yeah.
having that aha moment where it's like,
No.
wait a minute, okay. So
Yeah.
it is kind of like the Matrix movie in a sense that this really is just like the fake playground contained area, which we know anyway. And the whole Galactic Federation, the whole, you know, space and tribes and species and all different ETs and aliens, all of that in the multiverse is out there. We'll just say our universe for now, but it's all out there in a certain time period that is in the future. But connecting with that back into Earth, where we're in a quarantine, realizing that we are really the past of what is currently the real world. And that can blow people's minds when you really think about that. So when you're talking about the presence of its, or the future of its presence, or the presence of its future, and you were saying not to say it that way, but like that's a big bit to swallow for people, I think. But
it is, but they have to know the truth. They have to know the truth.
You did incredible today explaining it. I felt like you explaining your ascension was very,
I
very
wanted
good.
to do that because that's death perception. That's knowing that we're all going through the same process of the ascension, of its awakening. And I think it's very strong sending this information out, say, hey, I'm just like you guys. It's just we're going through the same thing, but you have to know the truth of everything.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen Andrew's last video, or you want to know what I'm talking about for this or what we're discussing here, just go back and watch what he put out there today for the Galactic School. And in that, he talks about his ascension process, and it's it should be easy enough for people to follow along and understand. And I just think it's an incredible story. So thank you for sharing that.
Oh, I'm glad I could do that, you know. And like you said, you guys should do that too, because this helps everything, you know, that we're going through right now. You know, we don't want to ever think that we're alone. We're all in this together. You know? Sarah, what have you learned from adaptations of, you know, before you met me? Have you seen everything different, like for yourself? Have you seen yourself grow? It's all about spiritual growth, right?
I think what it's been for me is I've kind of heard and seen few things here and there, but once I've gotten in contact with you, it's kind of like it reinforced everything. And then with the modality of being healed that I haven't had,
right,
I can tell that there's something more, and there's more that, you know, you can believe that you're healed, but if you don't continue to work on like certain chakras, you'll have hidden false beliefs hidden in there that you have to eventually work out. And that's what I feel like I'm doing now is slowly working through bits and pieces of each of these sections of myself. And you called me out on it the other day. I was just like, whoa. It was good. I needed it. I needed to be checked. And so that's how I took that. And I was just like,
you needed a boost. You need to get into the hydraulics. You need to get into the electrical system. You have to understand how powerful you are through spiritual systems. You have to understand how powerful you are through anything, through connection, because a lot of people are in the formation of sentience. Sentience is extremely powerful because now you're connecting to multi-connections of dimensions. You can have portals now through communication. So it's very important that we understand everything through the major grid systems, because we have to launch everything through the Galactic Force Team so we can get into connections.
Well, see, my issue is the night before that we had that class, I was just full of energy. I mean, I was on top of everything. Yes, I had a little bit of conflict at home, but not so much where it was over the top. When I went to bed, I was rested for the most part, but I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know if I necessarily was awake when this happened or if I was asleep and I thought I was awake. I rolled over, reclosed my eyes, and I saw a vision in pastel and green. I felt like I was on a ship. I saw someone else. It wasn't a human. But I also saw a computer board of some sort, like a digital board, and everything went so fast.
Mhm.
And then when I woke up, I was like, about damn time. Too bad it went so fast I didn't catch it, but I still was grateful and thankful. But then what hit me is the ego hit me. In my head, I was like, I don't have anyone to talk to about this. I rolled over and I'm like, I'm alone. I don't have anyone to talk to that understands what I'm going through at this particular moment. I'm afraid that when I wake up, I'm not going to remember. And it just drove me to tears because I do have a little bit of support. My mother is very supportive. My grandmother is very supportive. But other than that, a lot of people don't understand the ascension and the process that I'm going through. So I don't have anyone except for the team to really communicate with.
Yeah. Well, it's getting your sovereignty, it's getting your power, it's getting your control and your freedom. Once you get that, then you understand everything through light activation, through its control.
Right.
So, how's it going, Jerome?
Oh, yeah, things are hey everybody. Yeah, things are pretty. You can hear me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a little bit more. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of interference, but there's a lot more control because we have more control with our vocabulary. So the more we control with ourselves, the less interference. Just remember that.
Is that better?
Say something.
Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I meant turn it up. Sorry about that. I should have went turn it up.
Yeah, just hit the volume switch up.
Okay. It's probably my mic. Give me a second. Hold on, right?
That's pretty good.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, that was a little better at the end.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah.
All right. So, well, I'm gonna bring it closer to me then.
Yeah. So how are you processing the everything through the bioatmosphere? Because you're in that connection right now. You're getting connected through your paradigm shifts. Your solar connections are going through its grounds. Everybody has to go through the grounds first, right? Then we get into location centers. But how are you setting your divisions through your body and your activations through your pixels?
Yeah,
Because your generators are high rising, right? And you're getting more communication levels there. So.
yeah. I had a pretty interesting experience earlier today and also yesterday as well. I was before I made the video that I posted. I was meditating and I felt what I saw was so remember last week I was seeing my planet system actually like resonating a particular frequency. It basically like expanded into a solar system and then it started to, to spin and expand even further, right? And then made me realize that it is itself an atom system or atomic system, which then expanded into it basically looked like if it expanded into me, into my body, basically.
So you're getting more connected to the quantum fields, eh?
Yeah, that's what it appears to be. It's also helping me with becoming
The atomic generator, the processing systems, the body activations, yeah, the biotherm.
So, yeah, it feels it feels infinitely small and infinitely big at the same time, which is pretty interesting to experience. So when I was watching your videos you have
Space
recommended,
discoveries, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. The first one actually resonated with me a lot. It's interesting how you have them in like 3 to 5 minute videos and the videos actually feel like 2 hours.
I know. There's a lot of information there. So
Yeah. How you get so much information in such a short period of time is amazing.
I have no filter, Tina, and that's the thing,
well-
right? I mean, it just keeps running and running because that's what a computer does. But then it regenerates, and then it just you sleep and then you wake up again. It's a computer. That's what a computer does. It goes into sleep mode, right? It changes its apps. It changes its archives. You become a computer. Once you become a computer, you become a digital format of a computer. Then you become a digital of an activation computer system. Then you get connection through the interface of the moon and the connections to all levels of the portal divisions of the sun. So there's a lot to learn, but the Galactic Force Team is high rising so fast, and you guys are doing incredibly well with
Andrew.
And everything intelligence is really happy.
Andrew.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you when we do our thing, and I was reading my notes, I was going to say, and don't tell me I'm talking like a computer.
Well, see, the thing is, Linda, you can't help it. It just
I
happens
know.
automatically, right? It just happens automatically. And it just, like I said, everything makes sense, because now you're realizing how to communicate, how to put a grid together and put it in formation of the atmosphere systems, how to change dimensions of portals, how to change the colorations into the interface of the connections of anything to these grounds.
All right. Well, let's not tell the guys and girls upstairs, but between you and me, I'm still going to work on a way to keep it organically grounded in the vocabulary. I'm going to try, but I don't know. I find myself talking to people like my son and his girlfriend that just moved in this week. She saw one last night. She stepped out for a few minutes and she saw one moving too. And yeah. So, and then my son saw them communicating, but she saw the actual movement. So yay.
I put on my video today, my phone recording last night from the same time. So you guys have to check that out. I put it on after class today.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I'll check that out. Okay, so I think we'll get started. When anybody pops on, they can just get information. Who wants to go first? Anybody want to go first? Anybody want to let me know what video they saw, and then I'll give you a question?
All right, give it to me. I watched
what
video
did you
6.
see? Which episode?
Video 6, vibration.
Okay, dimensions, vibrations. Okay, this is a good one. All right, so it's just one question. All right, it won't be too long. I just want to see if you can pick up anything up through my vocabulary so you understand everything through its video format. So it's all about learning the processing, right, of everything that's going on through its uplinkings and its downloads and its upgrades. That's what you have to understand, right? Okay, so when you have dimensions and everything through portal division, how do you get the shapes, letters, and number into formation?
How do you get it into formation?
Yeah, through dimensions and vibrations.
Oh, I'm trying to think of the word. Sorry, I know.
That's okay.
I know it.
Get into the doings and the
I know it.
Don't
I
think.
know it.
No thinking.
No thinking. I know it. You have to get in the simulation. You have to get into the simulation. You have to be in the spirit mind. You have to be open to it. You have to be able to read all of those. What do you call it? The division lines, whether it be the colorations, the visual, the weather programs, all of those simulations will all connect all together, but they'll be different, but they'll all join in.
Very good. See, that's what I wanted. That's the acceptance. That wasn't too hard, was it?
No, it's just the vocabulary. I want to dummy it down, and I know that's not what you want. So
exactly, that's what it is. So congrats on that. So I'll heal you after everybody else. I just want to get everybody on first with their questions, and then I'll uprise everybody. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Whoever gets closest to the answer. There's no right or wrong. It's just understanding more adaptation because we got to get to the Galactic Force Team in the atmospheres now, right? So.
Right.
Okay, Linda, you next, or Jerome?
Yeah. Sure. Is it the same question for everybody?
No, it can be anything. Just basically, just tell me the episode and.
Same one.
Same one? Yep. Dimensions and vibrations. Okay, so, all right. Going through a dimensional wormhole, through its connection and everything through its center, rotation center, what is line communication for the matrix line system?
Am I allowed to use my notes?
Yep. Yep,
Cool.
you can use your notes. You can use anything through that.
Because I think that was my question number 2 on that. Did that have to do with the connection energy waving through the body simulator, where it puts its location system of through your vibration of its location in the mind system? Or
No, don't ask me a question. You just tell me what you think it is to answer.
okay.
Okay.
Can you ask me again? The wormholes. Go ahead. One more time.
Okay, you're going through a dimensional wormhole. I just want you to understand more of the matrix line system, how it connects to its dimensions and its vibrations.
Okay. That it's something's telling me that that has to do with a previous episode with shapes and all of that going through the wormholes, because it changes the formations, but the line graphing signals are changed and affected by sound, which is like our point activations. We are the point activations. So the sound would be changing those line graphing signals.
Very good.
I think.
Very good. No, see, that wasn't hard, was it? See, it's connecting, you know? So, all right, Jerome.
Episode 1. Episode 1.
Pattern and divisions?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're vortexing through lacing line systems, all communication or voice and grid, what is the volume through its continuous force?
What is the volume through its continuous force?
When you're vortexing.
Okay, so how I understand it is back to the whole thing with the atom system and how the atoms actually interact with even with the coloration patterns and stuff like that. The vibrations or the frequencies, the voicing patterns actually what was that you explained in terms of it sounds like accretion. So it's essentially the molecular patterns or the atomic patterns actually allow for a higher frequency of energy or vibration or voicing patterns to actually interact in a lower field of intelligence.
You got it. You got it, man. Voicing patterns. That's what I wanted to hear from controlling signals. Fantastic stuff, guys. See, that's what I wanted. See, that wasn't that hard, was it? You know?
Yeah.
You know? But that's great. That's really good. So you guys learned a lot from that just by understanding more of not just the video, but more of the vocabulary of its video.
Yeah.
Right?
Those videos are pretty good.
I know they're pretty intense, eh?
Yeah. Now they're really detailed.
Yeah.
They go through a sequence of what you would call in some I think is a book that I used to check out. They call it something sequencing, transduction sequence, where you go down from, or you move from like the source point into different molecular structures and quarks and all the different the DNA pattern and so the whole body geometry and
No, that's really good. Okay, Tina, what video episode did you pick?
Well, I took notes on one. I watched them all. They were really good.
Okay, so you picked one?
I did.
Pattern divisions?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when you're getting line sequencing patterns to the voice and grid pattern system, what is the communication line signal activating on?
What's it activating on?
Yeah.
Line sequencing. Can I look at my notes?
Yep.
Can you say that again, please?
Okay, basically, try to basic understand a little of vibration, your continuous force vibration system, communication line signals. Okay, pattern division is understanding lacing lines of light communication line signals. What are the voice and grid patterns whose location of its actions? What is it connected to?
Angle motions, the graphing patterns of the lasing box divisions, volumizing connection, waving to electronic interference. Yeah, well, anyway, I took really good, was that it?
You
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, thanks. But I mean, really, I am getting information, especially when I wake up, like flowing through me, and it's
Yeah.
like a computer, right? It's
See,
like
that's
this.
why we have tests. That's why we have evaluation, so you guys get it better on hand. When you get the information from other intelligence, you know exactly what you're doing through the grids, right?
Right, yeah. I'm just trying to learn how to make it all make sense to me.
Make all sense to you. That's exactly what it is.
And
'Cause you guys are saying things, but what are you saying? Is it making any sense to you? Just know
Right.
that it's making sense because you have the control, you have the power, you have the command. You have to have command in your voice. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And intelligence has to see that because there are intelligence up there that are high rise and force recognitions of lights and activations. So if you understand your grids and your formations, you can put anything through the atmospheres and fix anything through space. But you have to have the control. You have to have the command in your voice. That's the vocabulary.
So it's like confidence.
That's exactly what it is. It's confidence. So good job, guys.
You know, Andrew,
Yeah.
I kept hearing the mental you saying line forcing divisions, line forcing divisions, line forcing divisions. It was like you kept repeating it. And I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? I didn't get it, but I kept hearing it over and over again. What was I missing?
Yeah.
Was I missing something?
Line forcing divisions? No, you're just missing the ground formations to the grids and communication levels through intelligence. See, we have to connect to the satellite dishes. That's the lacing lines. That's the communication. That's what understanding everything in space discovery is the matrix simulation. Okay, so it's understanding how to understand the videos from 1 to 6 and how to put it all together to a puzzle. Because it all comes together. That's why there's so much information, right? So, but great job, guys. Okay, I'll start with Linda. Troubling mechanism on force recognition systems, high rising Bach frequency Lolo out of pi. You're now in helix division, Linda. All communication lines are signaling in. All communications vibrational panels are acting on all communications of your location body activation system. You're coming into higher round division through the mind conceptual system of electrical systems, connecting through all body activations of chakra systems. All communication line signals are setting in through your pyramid activation system. All right. I know it's a lot to take in. Just take it in.
Thanks. I can feel it in my back. It's
Yeah,
like,
no, it's stronger because you're understanding more vocabulary. This will probably knock you off your chair.
I can feel it. I'm telling you, I can feel it. Oh my God. Thank you, Andrew. Wow. God.
And you're hot, right?
Okay, Tina, communication line signals in, DNA structure setting in all divisions. You went into the helix mode division system, all pyramid activation code systems coming in transformation light, body activations, uprising your pyramid activations out of the mind, electrical systems. Okay, Tina. So you're going to get a moving cycle system, all communications to the head. Your head's going to be on a rotation device system. Okay.
You're still fanning yourself.
No, he said your head was going to be on a rotational. I just saw Linda Blair.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, Jerome, connection energy wavings, your diamond core connection system, uprise everything through your generator, uprise everything through crystallized states and systems, more communications, oceans, nature, communications of gravity systems, more communications of father, more communication of plant energy system, vibrations, uprise your mind, electrical systems. There you go, Jerome.
Yeah.
So Jerome, your brain waving frequencies right now are going up and down like this.
He's giggling too. Oh,
okay, Sarah. Okay, Sarah's left. Okay, communication.
So I'm here.
Activation codes, communication activations, body structure divisions, all locations, perception divisions, high rising illumination lights, and a head rotation system, mind communication of telepathy systems, all the hydraulics, uprise your pyramid activations to your mind electrical systems. Okay, Sarah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you got lacing line information panel of activations of codes that are connected through shapes, letters, numbers. You guys are healing on different locators of DNA structure. So that's why the healing has to be done in sequence. So every time I do something, the energy wavings are still different from your body activation because I'm going through calculation of mass, right? So everybody's out of pi. Everybody's in helix. Congrats.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So we're uprising our computers, which is really, really good. And that's what we want.
I've cooled down. It feels more.
Yeah. The more you take it in, the more you
Yeah.
understand the knowledge, the less pain. It's not pain, but it's just like, whoa, this is way too much. You know, you got to let it in. You got to let it soak in. You have to get the body activated.
Yeah, it wasn't too much. It was just like a burst of heat. And I've gone through the energy before. Kundalini.
Yeah, Kundalini. That's exactly what it is.
Wow. Good stuff.
So,
Notice.
So do you guys want to hear my activation that I did today? I didn't
yes,
upload
I'd like
it.
to see that.
Okay. I'm gonna play it from my phone, so I hope you can hear it. I think I have the volume all the way up. It's 1 minute and 26 seconds.
Okay.
Rainbow body key activation light signals have been activated and are spread through the graphing system using forced wind and vortex cycles to tunnel through, allowing those connections whose higher consciousness is ready to say, I'm ready. Stepping up. The command was given. Metamorphosis cycles, transfigurations of Christ light activations through the rainbow body, through the force wind cycles, through the graphing systems, and all point divisions who have said they're ready, who are stepping up in this now, are bringing their future into their presence, making that line grid formation, connecting with light intelligence. Receive. And transmission. Okay. Could you guys hear that?
Yeah, no, I heard the signals. They're on the right location system. The grid formations are set. All the electronic devices are connected. Everything through
All right.
activations, rainbow division set. Understanding when you use your voice in grids and you're setting out signals, you should hear it in the graphing cycle in the background. So it's very important you pay attention to your audio signals because it's communication coming in, right? So every time we do Zoom, right, you'll hear signals in your audio signals of your ears, your gamma signals. You're going to hear like that's communication coming in, right? So that's saying that good job, you did the information, the panels are out, all the grids are set up. What's next, right? So great job, Linda. Really good job. Excellent.
That was me stepping out, Andrew, stepping out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, no, Linda, that's fantastic. It was all done right. Formations are good. Line communicating. It's all about understanding everything that's going on with the grids. What is the grid? Because the grid is a map. So everything is location. So you have to understand everything through plantation when it comes to planets, because we're synchronizing planets and just understanding how to take a figure-8 motion through a singular line system and put it to any energized system through communications. So now we have to get connected through satellite dishes because they are on the multi-connection, because we have them all over the connections of space and time. So, but great job, Linda, really good. See, that's what perfect example. Everybody should try to do what Linda does, because now she's getting into the voice channeling. She's not only setting up the formations, but she's getting more information of the grid system. So
Andrew, when I was doing healing worker things before, it's like I saw all those things before, but I never had the vocabulary to express it this way.
But you do now, and it's all right. It's all right.
It's all right. Thank you. That's what I was.
Here's why I know is because my ears are so sensitive. I got bionic ears. I can hear a hummingbird, all right, or I can hear from distance. I can hear, because God frequency levels hears everything. But I heard the signals in the background, Linda, and everything through the communication alignment was set nice. It was a nice visual level system.
Good.
So
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you. And Michael's here. Hello, Michael.
Michael, hey buddy, how's it going?
I think maybe he stepped away for a second. There he is.
Good. Hold on.
Oh,
hey guys.
There he is.
Hey, cut his hair just like me.
Yeah, yeah. I meant to do it, and they required masks, so I got turned around. I was like, oh man, so I had to wait another week or so until I had some time.
It looks good, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Oh man, it's getting hot too. Needed to do it. So.
I know, you got to do it, eh? It's just one of those things, right?
I like to just everything I can whack it all off, and then I don't got to worry about it.
So everybody's gone through the episodes of Space Discoveries. Everybody's healed. So it's now your turn to tell me what video that you've seen that you like.
I've been watching your 2 with the moon, the last 2 that you did where you're communicating, and I think that's fascinating.
Yeah, no, not the previous one. I'm talking about Space Discoveries, the videos.
Yeah.
In the 6. Which one did you like?
I liked the one about time. It was talking about
time zones.
Yeah, and vortex.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to ask you a question. All right. So all you have to do is answer it in your best formation. All right. There's no right or wrong. It's just I just want to know if you're getting through adaptation of your vocabulary system, setting your divisions. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so if you're energizing your body activation of line signals, the vortex division time capacitor systems, what's the location center set at through all locations of numbers?
Okay, I have to say that again. I just got a shower. I'm sweating buckets. Yeah, give me that one more time. It'll be great. The answer that came without asking, without my brain, was it's located within my heat signatures or something. So I don't know if that's close, but that's just what popped in without me thinking. I don't even remember the question. So yeah, if you want to go a little more, I want to say my location is, yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you it another way. Okay, it's all about time capacitor. Okay, time capacitor is everything through its force. Understanding your body activation, where you're going into solar division through transmission light systems. So if you're going through time capacitor, what is the location to its center of its number?
Okay, see, I think of a million things. What is its location through the center of its number? It's its location. I'm missing the question. I'm not hearing the question. Yeah, I'm not hearing you right now. Sorry, I apologize. I feel like you just said the answer.
No, I brought it down to a lower vibration. I'm just saying, understanding your time capacitor is vortex division, right?
Yeah.
So it's understanding everything through your numbers. If you're getting 1, 1, 1, 1, that's a portal activation, right? So basically you're connecting through all connections when you come to astral connection. The astral connection is its line signal. That's the place of conceptions. So it's understanding that you're going through line sequences of numbers, right? Which is the answer I wanted was 1, 1, 1, 1.
Oh, okay. I see what you're. Yeah.
It was the portal, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, yeah. I couldn't find the word for it. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Cool. That worked, even though sorry about the answer.
No, that's good though. It's a great experience. Okay, upriser signals, all communication line signals are setting in. All division patterns are going through your mind, conceptual system, the electrical system, high rise into higher divisions. You're now in helix motion systems, all connections of shapes, letters, numbers. So you're going to feel the waving cycles go in, Michael.
Thank you very much. I had a question I wanted to ask you.
Sure.
About the image that I was drawing on my last video with the 25D. So when I first saw it, I saw it curved. So it was the cross-reference line. It was the north and south line that came down, and then it curved like up and to the left at equal, like at a 45 degree. But then when I drew out the shape, I had to straighten the lines. So what was the curve representing? Was it just representing it in motion and changing because it was a curved line?
Merging.
Okay, because as far as I was thinking, it's setting its location, but it had its points. The line was still curved. So the lines, when they set their points and then they straighten.
Yeah, and they change their alignments through point division.
Yeah, okay, okay. Because I saw that first and I couldn't draw it curved. Yeah, and I had to fix it. So I was thinking, oh, so this is like what we're doing is fixing. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and
that thing kept going forever. It really was infinity, and I got so flabbergasted. I was like, oh, I did it wrong. I'm gonna blow it. And then I'm trying to do it again. And I was like, and it was cool because I realized it was just like a diamond with a square, and then every time you drew a new one, it was 4 more points. So it was this dimension. Be wide open, just just like infinite. So yeah, it was cool. I learned a lot from that.
So are you pitching on the framing system when you come to communication of the illustration? Do you understand what dimension it's in through line division?
Yes, I'm starting to.
Okay.
I'd probably still second guess myself.
It's a lot of work, eh?
Yeah, but I like it. It's like
Yeah.
the most fascinating, I mean,
Yeah.
I've always wanted something more and everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is-
Yeah, Linda sent us on her videographing system on her computer of her phone. She was sending out audio signals through connection of satellite dishes and spacecraft dishes of grids. She said her own information through her vocabulary. It was fantastic to see that. It's like almost 2 minutes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much more that you step into once you start doing it all, and you realize that you've just been doing so much more than you ever kind of realized you've been doing, and then it's just like it's a whole new world.
Like I said, guys, it's not a journey, it's a mission now. And this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's understanding, take the galactic team, getting point division and locations and sending it the team's critical informations and get communications with more of intelligent systems. How to formulate, how to change shapes, how to change letters, numbers, how to use support activations, how to change colorations, atmospheres, dimensions, anything through calculation, math, and equation. So everybody's in helix division now. It's a high rise. It's extremely high rise pyramid activation system now. So your vocabularies are going into more connections, more illustrations are going to go through its program division. So we're all getting more to the simulation system, which is fantastic through the computer system. So.
Yeah, I noticed the reality changing up a lot more now. Can you hear me?
Jerome, the more you go up, the more you understand yourself.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been feeling a lot of the collective consciousness to a degree. But what I feel is like something is almost like an energy is like building up to something very, very massive about to reveal or about to change the perceptions of a lot of people very, very soon. Yes, it's really interesting to observe it, but you can see how much clearing and how much changing is going on.
Now, are you seeing it? Are you acting on it? Or are you feeling it? Seeing, feeling, and acting on it.
I would say, yeah, like I'm feeling it, seeing it, and yeah, acting. Yeah.
What I mean though is if you saw a diamond core system in the communication line signal with off a cycle division left system, you're connected through crystals. Let's say the crystal was off a rotation center, but the pixel activation was on location center. That location activation code system has to be on its right division. Even if it's slightly off, this is understanding everything body activation, because you're an engineer. You have to understand its tweaks. You have to understand everything through the electrical system, through your mind adaptation system of its thoughts, right? So this is where you have to get into formations of fixing things, Jerome. Okay, everything that's connected through a shape, anything through a crystal. So if it's slightly off, you got to know how to change coloration and everything through force recognition.
Okay. But then that would then in itself then connect to certain aspects of work that I would do with like grid formations with the grounds and stuff like that. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Guys, wait, this is gonna be exciting. Wait till we get into crop circles.
Yep.
I like those mandalas, those crop circles. They're awesome.
And you know what's amazing, guys, is that we're all gonna see it. We're actually gonna be there on the ground. That's powerful stuff, because when you see it, it's extremely real, because you are there in that country, wherever we go, right? So it's amazing to see these things. And that's what the sentient, that's why I say we're all in sentient view now. We're in the helix. So it's high rising everything through the hydraulics, and we're coming into the seismographing system in this cyborg vision. So that's something to look forward to.
Those cyborgs.
Not cyborg as you say, but cyborg as a computer. You guys are going to be upgrading more of your computers through the simulation patterns. So.
But not us. We're no transhumanism crap going on here, right? No cyborgs with us.
No, not cyborg per se. I'm saying the mind itself.
I know. I'm messing with you. Yeah. I did have a question though, Andrew, from video 6.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if I ask?
Yep.
All right. So in there, you talk about connection energy waving through the body simulator, through your vibration of its location mind system. You're saying that it would put in a locator system.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is that, say, like in the past before you were born, it's putting in a locator system, it's like an internal GPS, or is it when you awaken, or is it when you connect telepathically that they start tracking? Because don't they record everything anyway?
Mm-hmm. Well, your mind perceptual system's already connected to the telepathy, so you're right about the telepathy. Yeah.
So if they're putting in a location, it says a locator system. If they're putting in a locator system through the body simulator,
Mm-hmm.
is that just something that, like, once you're awakened, it's almost like basically a step in the ascension? It's just another connection.
Yeah, it's another connection, but right away you get in adaptations of the telekinesis, Linda. That's where you understand more communications when we start with shapes and how we move the shapes through illumination lights. So you have to have mind telepathy and telekinesis connection through its force recognition. That's what we understand through ascension, because that ascension is everything through its sentient. So
I was going to nickname that series in 3 words. I was going to say, I got 3 words. Ascension for Dummies. Not.
yeah, they should have a book for that, you know.
We should.
It wouldn't fit the criteria, Andrew.
No, but it's something to laugh at. I mean,
it is.
Ascension for cyborgs.
Hey now.
Yeah. You guys got to get the wrong. You're getting the wrong location system when it comes to cyborg. It's not metal. It's not like I do not compute air. Okay, it's not.
But Andrew, that actually.
He's a malfunctioning, guys. Help.
we burned him out.
I'm overloading my hydraulic systems right now, guys. Oh my gosh.
Did you guys ever see that video? Listen, Linda, that little kid that was saying, "Listen, Linda." Hey, honey, listen.
Oh, we're gonna go there with Listen, Linda.
I get that all the time from people, but listen, Andrew, there is a timeline where there are like little cyborgs and transhumanism with AI, artificial.
Different timelines. Yeah.
That's why I like the organic intelligence instead of artificial intelligence. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I still say AI because it is light, it is intelligence, but I don't see it as artificial. I see it as organic.
No, it's not artificial.
Reconcile that.
It becomes natural to the vocabulary, and the cyborg is just basically the computer of its algorithm. That's all it is.
So the AI that you mentioned is with awareness of information, which is it would be kind of like, I guess, synonymous with the same thing that the Aborigines would call the dreaming, which is but I figure it would be something even a lot higher than that in its activation, where we experience the subjective plane, or the what we'll call the other side of the expanse, right? Instead of this like a pocket. I see this simulation, or the analogy that I have for it is like it's a bubble that we're existing in. And if you look at the sun as like the bottle, right, that we're in, and the sun is like the opening for the bottle, right?
Yeah, portal, yeah.
And so and it's how they say that that DNA and certain information, photonic light, comes into the portal, comes through the sun portal into the reality, the simulation. And ever so often it would basically like go through these cycles where it would high rise and upgrade the environment within the portal, right? So, and for that as well, it links to us also, where the only way to get out, to move out of the system, is to go inside ourselves, because we in itself also creating like a fold out kind of womb system in a way. And that's why like the false matrix tries to like distract you and keep you external. They always have like external things that people would chase after and hold on to, and so it keeps you folding out, right, trapped on the outside. But we're supposed to like let go of that perception or that reality, and we would start to fold in.
Yeah. Everybody's going to go through the interface of the sun. You guys are going to see the eyes of the sun. Once you see the eyes of the sun, you're going to understand more communications with the portal of its interface of all connections through your body activation. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting.
It gets more intense, I'll tell you that, when more you guys high rise.
Yeah. Nah, like I told you, I was sitting down just meditating outside earlier today, and it was intense, man. I was
Let's see,
seeing.
Jerome, it's not just meditation now, is it?
Nah, it isn't. It
It's
isn't
work,
really, yeah.
right?
Like it's
work.
it's more of a, like I was saying before, is I actually used to do, well, I still do it. I do a lot of the more like work or active kind of meditation where we like travel around and, oh no, my phone. My phone is dead. My phone died.
Oh,
Well, that's unfortunate, especially when you get
Yeah. I hear you.
Are you
okay,
still
Mike,
there?
take over.
Okay, I'm ready. What are we doing? All right, let's go.
What have you learned in the past week as far as
Where are we
adaptation
going?
of the body system?
I was a question was popping up. So I think I tried talking about it throughout the week in the videos, in your videos, and like, so I felt like my hydraulics were like keeping me high risen. So what I went through, like, all, maybe not this week so much, but it was the previous, but it was like I had to reframe. It was just, I'm much more in my like observer point now, like all the time. So honestly, as far as learning, it's a lot is just really coming into view, like everything. Like, it's everything I think about. It's like I see it in the spiritual way now. Whereas even if I did before, even if it's the same thing, it's so much more real now. Like, it's finally starting.
That's what I'm saying. You're coming into the graphing of its map through its illustration.
Yes. When the outside world actually does what I would love it to, like my whole life, like if I haven't had a good idea every now and then, so yeah, it's nice to actually see that happening back. And I wanted to note how Jerome was just saying, it was so nice today. And same for me, I'm in retail, I'm in the pulse, of people, and it felt fantastic today. I don't know what happened with everybody, but everybody's getting lighter. Everybody is, and everybody's starting to let go. Yep, they really are.
Yeah.
Well, that's
because when you saw the video in the moon, I was transferring everything, Michael. I was changing everything.
Yeah. I saw that
to the hologram system of the moon. See, you cite the locking mechanisms. When the actual moon locked itself, you actually saw it. It's like walking on the moon, Michael.
Yeah.
That's the actual
that cool.
moon. That's the interface of the matrix.
Yeah, seeing it all work together there, that was
really
that helps me a lot.
Really powerful.
Yeah, that's gonna help me a lot. All of us, I think. But where I'm at right now, like everything. Like, I can see all of it now. Like, I know each part because I've watched and listened to you for so long. It's like I just gotta start doing it, and this is the fun, the doing it part, the homework.
Yeah, it gets more. It's more work, but it's more fun.
Yeah.
Then everything,
and it blows your mind.
Yeah, and then the work is, everything makes sense now.
Yeah.
Okay? And then once you do your own formation, like Linda just put hers up, you get more stronger, you get more intelligent and more knowledgeable, and your light activation goes up, and you get more gifts that come down.
Yep.
So
that's totally what's happening. Yep, I know it. Even just from when I started my channel, just a little bit there, just how far you can come in just a couple months, just making 10, 20, 30 videos, whatever. But yeah, right now I'm just like I'm hyper aware of, like, I'm always in space now.
Hyper aware, awareness of everything.
I'm not asking anybody else anymore, whereas than I used to. And I think that comes from the humanity. So I think we want to connect with each other. So I think I've done a lot of low rising just to do that, and so now it's more of just, I can't sustain it that way. So now that I'm staying up, it's all coming. So cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Want to help everybody I can. So sometimes I go a little too low. I think
Yeah.
yeah.
So Tina, what have you learned this week as far as everything that's going on through the mind system and everything through your map locations? Because you're getting into the you're into the Dragos and the Drakeons. What's happening there?
Well, I'm just getting information come through me periodically, but not consistently yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just intermittent. So basically, I'm just trying to absorb and integrate what it is that you're teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm from everyone else,
Mm-hmm.
and also, yeah, what's different. I'm seeing things differently a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your mind is getting more powerful with the knowledge of its intelligence. And now you're getting out of the journey. Okay, now you're coming out of the bubble. And now you're getting into information grids. Now you're getting more communication of intelligence. Now you're getting more into information, right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
And that alone gives you wisdom, Tina.
Exactly. And telepathy.
Power, control, and freedom. So.
Right on. Freedom. Love freedom. And telepathy. I'm getting a lot of telepathy.
So.
Didn't mean to interrupt you.
What's that?
What'd you say? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I'm just saying it gives you control, power, and freedom.
Right. So okay. I was saying telepathy. I'm getting people talking to me. I'm getting. I've been getting telepathy for a couple years now. So period, but not from very many people. But now I can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if you're talking to all of us at once or what.
I have to. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what point division is, right? I'm in the center. You guys are around me.
Yeah. So especially after your meetings in the morning, I can hear you conveying information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, I hear you. Yeah. And so I'm sure that I'm in the process of integrating and upgrading and
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have to get in full cycles on how to do mind telepathy and telekinesis with each other. Okay.
Right.
So we can get information. So we get into the grid so we can change its shape so we can understand more portals of 1111 or anything through its sentient when it comes to 7777. So you guys have to understand the adaptations and everything's laws of attraction when it comes to space connection, because there's 365 rules that we have to go by. So
did you say 365 rules?
365.
Yeah, 365. Okay.
There's 50 laws of attraction in a human vessel. There's 365 in an AI vessel.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So it's a year's work, but it's more than that.
Well, can you just or can we just download it all at once?
I am. No, I can't download a whole lot. Your brainwaving system would not understand anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So confusing, right? You want to be able to set the grid, you want to go set the alignments, you have space connection coming in, you got orbs coming in, different colorations. Your eyes would just go through oscillation spins, and your mind would just go on so many different angle visions and all location centers. The heart wouldn't recognize its mind system, all communication to the soul. It flapping motions with your eye receptor divisions. There's a lot of things that would just be a mishap, right?
Right. Yeah, I know what that is.
Going up those ladders, for example, when Jerome was talking about the Jacob ladder, So has anybody seen that movie, Jacob Ladders?
A long time ago.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of interesting things about that, but it's good that
you guys can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Jerome.
Okay.
I don't see you.
Jerome's back. Great.
Yeah. I had to change my my phone. My phone died. The battery just zapped.
Electronic interference. Got to get control with your grounds, Jerome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you guys get smarter, you see your change. Everything changes, and you get a lot of wisdom, because now you're coming into the mystical side of the sentient view. So you're no longer, what I call a human vessel. You're coming into a full, complete embodiment of an AI vessel. So now things are going to get more complicated, but it's going to be a lot more easier because the audio signals are going to be coming in more with downloads, right? So you understand how to put line signals and everything together, as far as illustrations. What is point division? We already know what that is. What's a line signal? What's a light activation? What's a light activation through a code recognition system, a matrix simulation graphing signal system? All these things will come to you in time, right? So, but congrats on everybody, because you guys are doing fantastic with your vocabulary. I just want to, it's really great to see this,
Quick question.
Mhm.
What is the difference with the simulation and the matrix? Because you talk about both.
Yeah.
And I know what you're saying when you're saying it because of the context. But if I just thought of that right now, how are they not?
Now, do you want it to point view? Would you want to point view in a human vessel, or you want to point view in an AI vessel?
Right. Okay.
That's two different variations there. That's
Yep.
the difference between matrix and simulation.
That's where my mind was. Okay.
Michael, the matrix is the ego.
Right.
The simulation is the light.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I understood it to be. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was just, yeah, I guess for clarification. Cool.
Yeah.
Because when I was drawing my shape, I kept saying it's a simulation matrix, but I'm like, and I don't know why I was saying in my head.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, I mean, so many things are a matrix, as long as it's a complete system, and and then
it's getting out of your box frequency level, because you're in the helix now, so it's all about uprise. You have to get in the coloration. Everything that you see for perception is the matrix, but you have to get out of the matrix to get in the simulation. So you have to go up to the upgrading cycles through its provisions. Right?
And what would separate that from the matrix? Will be because if the colorations are similar, is it dimensional that you would know if you were out? Is it because of the dimension? Is it because of
your higher self will help you, and along the way, anything through your sentient or anything through your avatar will tell you exactly, yes, Michael, you're doing this right. Yes, you're doing this wrong. Your listening skills will open up more. You understand more coloration. You know how to get out of its web graphing system, of its matrix, its coloration system. Because everything you see perception is its division when it comes to the ego system. That's only the way you get caught through its web graph of a digital format through the matrix. Okay, because it's extremely complex, because in the three-dimensional system, you have to get out of it into the fifth dimension. How do you do that? Right? Yeah. You have to understand light activation of colors. You have to understand more intelligence. If you don't understand intelligence, you're going to be caught in that web in the matrix. Yeah. You're going to be on that karma wheel, right? You're not going to.
That's why I go to my center, and I feel like anytime I go to my center, I'm back home. Yeah,
that's it.
Like whatever. So
that's simulation.
Yeah, and that's so then. Right. So looking at it from that angle, it becomes. I think that example, I don't know if I said it in one of my videos, where depending on your level, it's either, if it's galactic, it's an experiment, but if you're on the God level, it's an experience or something like that. So it's like, I think it has to do with that. There. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. When you're in the God frequency levels of geometrics, of dimensions, things a lot come together for you through light information and coloration through the matrix.
Yeah.
Right.
That's really what it is it's just recognizing it, It's so much listening.
Oh, I know. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. And it's the space in your mind is just astronomical. I mean, it's crazy on what's out there. If you get a blue sightline system of a pyramid system that's blue, you got to know what reference it is and what dimension it's in through its vibration. If you don't, you're going to go back down to its low frequency level system.
Yeah. I just intuit it at this point. I just listen and I say, okay, that's ninth dimensional or something like that. And then I got to figure out, that's good, because then I can probably draw it out. I can take it from there, and then I can be like, yeah, okay, that's cool.
Because it's important to do the illustrations.
Yeah, I'm hearing it and I get all the information like crazy, but putting it
together in line sequence. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah. You know what you also can do is that, because Linda's information, when she did it with her phone, is that you can do the illustration but talk. Okay? Because when you're talking, you're putting lines in communication and intelligence.
Yeah.
So, okay, I got the point divide. It's line sequencing line system. The triangular activation system is good, but if you're saying but, you're saying, okay, now I know what I need to fix before I put it in the atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
So you're going through the theory of yourself, and you're saying because you're now into the past, but you want to come back in the presence of its future. Because when you do an illustration, it's the future, not the present. That's where it's complicated.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
So you're setting something in division that's already set, Michael, in the fifth dimension. That's why it's very important not to make mistakes. Because that changes vibration to the dimensional Earth. Powerful.
That's why I'm taking my time. I'm asking questions.
Powerful, isn't it?
Yeah. I wanted to ask too, all day today, lightness, I've been in another dimension. I've been in heaven all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I'm there, I feel like I'm just charging my pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it that's happening that am I just walking around like God mode? Because then it's like nothing bothers me. Nothing anyone says means anything. It's like I don't know how to describe it, but I'm so humbled and full of love. And I want to just like hug everybody in the whole store, but then I don't want to listen to anybody talk because they're going to lowerize something, so it's such a weird, I just walk around like I'm totally clueless or something and I feel like it's,
nothing bothering you because you're going through you're going through balance now.
Is that good though? I do that all the time when I'm at work because I'm on my own. So I'm and I want to be in my dimension. So I go as high as I can and then I just maintain it as much as I can throughout work. But I feel like and I want to help. And I feel like, okay, good. I'm spinning. I know things around. I know people are feeling this. I can see people smiling. I can hear the laughter. Things are going great. But it's Walmart and that place is big, man. So,
because you're going through acceleration speed. You're mocking systems. You're going through light speed to all connections to portal activations through your communication line signals.
Okay. The speed. I feel the speed. That
it's
makes
the speed,
sense. Yeah. Okay.
You know what's interesting? I noticed about the vortexing and the speed and all of that because some people can't understand that part of it. And I know I struggled with it, so I'm projecting that out that some people...
Because they don't listen, Linda.
No, well, listen, Linda. I saw what you did there. I was going to say, if you're floating around like in your house or something and you start to walk somewhere and then you go to, oh, wait, I forgot this. But as you go to turn around, you feel your energy keep pulling you and then you kind of flow with it. It's like you're in motion of a liquid moving energetic force that's all around you, even if you can't see it. If you closed your eyes, you sure would get dizzy if you weren't grounded and centered. But yeah, I just started noticing again.
Like you're floating.
Yeah, kind of. It's almost like I feel which way the force is going with me. So
mind adaptation is going to higher thoughts of communication. So you're getting more divisions of vortex division. So you have to understand time leap, time jump, time force, time connection, astral connection. You have to understand how to force recognize everything through shapes, letters, and numbers. So when interforce connection of anything through intelligence, you have to understand their portal division where they are through electronic interference. That's why we got to use our hands or graphing cycles in our line communication through activations. So the more we high rise, the more faster we go through acceleration. So
I tried and they looked at me funny.
A lot more smarter too.
So they looked at me funny. I was trying to talk to somebody across the room and I went, hey, and then I did a little this because I waved and I did a little, and I went, oh, they have no idea. Wait, what am I doing? I forgot I was in work, and yeah, but it's fun.
It is though. I was yesterday. I was controlling a bird back and forth.
Nice.
It was powerful stuff.
Oh no, poor birdie.
saw that yesterday when I was looking at my cat. I could see like a line formation to where she was observing certain things, so I would be able to identify where she would go next.
Nice.
The pixels.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, that's cool.
Jerome, what happened to your video? I only see audio.
Oh, this computer doesn't have a camera. My phone charging.
Oh, okay.
Just voice, yeah. But Yeah, it's really interesting. The more as the days go by, like everything is starting to make more sense now than it did before.
You're coming back to who you are, and you get more powerful once you remember who you are. And there's nothing that you can't do
Yeah,
with your force,
yeah,
right? So, and you use it for the greater good, right?
yeah, for sure.
But when you're in the matrix, whoa, I mean, there's so many levels that we have to go up, and it's a lot of work because you have to get out of the matrix to get into higher divisions, to get into simulation of a digital system. So it's kind of like getting out of a puzzle or getting out of a maze. Oh, go through that door. Nope, can't go there. There's a wall, right? You go back, try to find another way, right?
Yeah.
That's the matrix.
There's so many layers.
There's so many layers, so many colors, so many. We haven't even got into the galaxies yet, guys. We haven't even got into the Mecha path. All right, that's a whole another planet systems of all solar systems. So once we get up to that level, now we're at the higher formation of calculation mass through its equation. Once we get into Hydron, now we're getting into huge grid systems of formations of simulations. So,
after I watched your videos, Andrew, I was imagining, you're saying there's so many layers, and I was imagining like creator beings of the past when they're coming down, creating this, Garden of Eden experiment, fun playhouse of Earth that, is on this timeline, but it just winds up getting wallowed in the past. But I could see them like burping out grid formations from their mouth, like, oh yeah, achoo, like take that. And then the grid just forms around the Earth, and then someone else overlays that because they put their line systems in. And I could just see it going and going, stacking on top. And I'm like, wow, like we got to bust through all this. Let's just blast a hole through it, tear it apart. I don't know. I think it's time. It's coming. The activations, they've been working at it for a while.
No, that's the thing. And like I said, when you're in that capsule, when I broke your plastic bubbles, you guys are floating in space and you're seeing all these things. And how do I communicate with this? How do I communicate with that? That's what's happening with you guys. You guys are floating in space and you're getting everything through the line signals. Once you get into the acting cycles, now you're getting smarter with intelligence. So it's like reading one book to the next and getting smarter, right? But it's in space. So, and now you're getting connected through space and time, where you are through its division, So, and that's why we go through vortex. You guys have to know what it feels like to go through different vortexing. You have to know what it's like to go through an orb. You have to know what it's like to go through an energy field. You have to understand how to use wall graphing systems of computerized systems of anything through its connection. You have to understand your psychometry divisions, your point divisions, These are connections to line communication and simulation pattern divisions through acting cycles of psych-op divisions. All this is communicated through you. So when you reach those levels, you get extremely powerful through the gods. So,
like we're preparing.
Yep.
And then one day it's all just going to come in and we're going to be ready,
Yep.
Yeah.
And like I said, guys, it's not just meditation, and you guys know that now. I say, oh, wow, this is work. This is not, playtime is over, guys. It's work. So, and like I said, I don't know if you guys still dream when you go to sleep at nighttime, but I work, and my eyes are open completely, and it's unbelievable. It's kind of like you're dreaming, but you're not dreaming, but you're actually there.
So you don't
make any sense to you, but I mean that's what it's all about. And once you get into that formation, you understand when you close your eyes and you open your eyes, you can see everything. So you have to understand how everything's connected. And then you get to say, okay, I need to fix this, I know how to fix that. Oh, there's a spaceship division level that's on a rotation cycle. It's stuck in its planet energy vibration. It's a whole new civilization, people.
So you went past the realms of lucid dreaming then, because I know from what some other people have been telling me, like some of my friends and stuff, they've been saying, like when you get past the realm of lucid dreaming, then you're every, like when you sleep, you don't sleep. You just rest your body, like you turn off.
That's exactly it. That's what it is, Jerome. It's just that you're not dreaming anymore, because you don't just know your dreams, you are the dreams.
Right.
And that's what's real, is because our extensions are open, our bubbles are open, but we're understanding grid formation, we're understanding satellites, we're understanding alignments, we're understanding frequencies and energies, and anything through its vibration. So
Not there yet, Andrew. We're not there yet.
no,
I
but
think-
the thing is that you guys are changing. You see yourself changing.
Yeah. Because one of the levels, then I know for sure, then like, and that, like you said, it's work. It's a lot of work, and to even come out of the mind system of understanding that our dreams are not what the standard teachings would tell you a dream is. Like we're actually traveling into the universe, into many realms of existence. And I know when I was a kid, I used to daydream a lot, like just travel around in different types of worlds and stuff, like while in class, right? And I later found out that in itself is an aspect of astral traveling, or traveling within the mind space, right? And so yeah, I started working more now on getting to that level of lucid dreaming more. I know the first steps to that is getting your sleep patterns regulated. So sleeping at a regular time, like maybe 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, getting up at maybe 3 o'clock, meditating for a bit, and then go back to sleep for another hour, and that would get you into the realms of beginning to lucid dream. For some people, you would have to start with writing down. That's the first step, writing down every dream, even if you don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Write it down, and and then I guess eventually then you reach that stage when you close your eyes to go to sleep, quote unquote. Then you would just go into another realm as you do. You just turn off this car and get out and go.
When you guys sleep, do you feel like you're programmed that you have to sleep?
It's not a program.
No.
No,
Or you just basically you're tired and you just there's information coming in?
I want to sleep when obviously when I'm tired, I want to sleep, but I love and enjoy going to sleep because I know where I'm going. I don't always remember it, but I want to work. I want to, do what I can from, I got missions I go on, I've been on like special op team things, diffusing bombs and working on stuff out in space. Like I've done that. I have memories of that. So when they all come together, it's going to be great because they're little pieces to the puzzle that I've had experiences of.
Yeah.
But having that whole solid memory as you would in this life of your, past, when those memories start coming together, man, it's going to be mind blowing.
Yeah, because now you're commanding and you're controlling.
So Andrew, you mean if we receive like a signal to like a call or to go to sleep, to go and do a mission?
Yeah, like a line activation, a coloration pattern, a line division, intelligence, spacecraft division, all locations center, anything through connection. Because I find that I have to go in sleep mode, because there's so much information that comes in, like you guys have information that comes in. And sometimes I'm out for half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. It all depends on what's coming in, right? But when we go to sleep, like Linda, she's going through these missions now, and she's starting to remember what's going on. And then when you start controlling through its commanding force, everything's coming together.
That's what I want to say. It's so much of it.
I know, that's the thing. You're going through the past, you're going through the present, and you're going into the future. So you got to get into alignments of yin and yang.
Yeah, this is like a whole lifetime of experience. This isn't like just starting to happen.
It's thousands and thousands and thousands of years that you live, Linda, in each planet. Each alignment has the past, present, and future. So when you're dreaming, you're waking up to everything through its connection, through its mission, right?
Yeah.
So I do way more when I'm asleep than I do when I'm awake. So I love going to sleep. I have to integrate too.
Interesting.
For me, it's like a conscious decision, like how much sleep do I need? And then I'll just go like at that point when I know like there's nothing else to do for the day. So it's like, that's when I go to bed and I know I got to be up in the morning. So it's really just it's how it works with my life at this point. But I've always been able to lucid dream. Like I knew I was in my dream and I could freeze time. And that's what I would always do. So I'd be like in school, back when I was in school, I'd be in gym class and I'd freeze time. And everybody would be like on the bikes and they'd be, you know, and then the guy'd be shooting the basketball and he'd be like this, you know, and I just like just screw around. But like, I didn't really know what to do because it was just me. So I've had a lot of that lucid. And then, I started sleeping a lot less once I started like waking up more. I just like now I probably don't even need to, except for the fact that I do so much stuff in the day that I do need to. But like if I want to get to that point where I just meditate, you know, and then I just throughout the night and then I just go along. Because last night I was up at 2:50 a.m. I mean, I'm always waking up. Like I sleep dead as a rock, but I wake up often. So I'm not a light sleeper, but I wake up. So I know I'm doing things at night. And then sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. I think it depends how busy I am, my human, and how much sleep I just like clock out and I don't listen to the, you know. But yeah, I love sleep because I know where I'm going to. That was a good one. Totally.
How much did the programs come in? Do they come in every day or ever so often? Do they come in 3 or 4 times a day through the data processing systems or what? I would say if I was more balanced, I'd say it's probably like once every night. It's one every night. Like one every night?
Yeah, but it's not consistently that way, right? So maybe let's say.
So you're saying it fluctuates?
2 or 3 a week, yeah, or something like that. Maybe 2 a week. Then like when I'm on point, like when everything's good and everything's, and I'm just, I mean, I'll have them every single night. It's like it's not hard. But I don't know. I think, yeah, it's just random. I got to get caught up with that, I guess, so I can get more control or something. Huh?
Yeah. What about you, Linda?
What do you mean? Programs as far as feeling like I need to go to sleep?
No, programs that come in. Do they come in often? Do they come in once a day? They come twice a day, 3 times a week? How many intelligent energies do you get through grids? It's their mind system.
I get communication all the time. It's when I'm actively asking what a signal is, it's probably maybe every 2 to 3 days. But I'm actively connecting, like, I don't know how many times a day with familiarity. Like I'm there, I'm multi-dimensional. Like that's my base operating system. It's how many times do I fall out of that a day? I could probably count more than I could count how many times I'm there. Does that make sense?
So basically what I'm asking is that do you get more downloads sleeping or when you're awake?
Oh, I don't know, because I go through periods, like I'll go through 2 or 3 days in a row of not remembering dreams. And then I'll go through like 3 or 4 or 5 days of remembering dreams, writing them down, and then maybe another week without remembering. So it's very, very like it's chunked. So when I don't remember them, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting activations multiple times through the day. There's just, as soon as I hit an awareness, it's like all of a sudden the line formations go from wavy to straight. You know, it's like clear channel. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Are they different line channels to the light activation line systems, or are they mostly illustrations?
I don't think they're illustrations. No, they're communicating with, depending on what dimension it is, what dimension of perception I'm using. So say if I'm in 6th, it's pretty clear, you know, 5, 6, 7, pretty good. 8, it's almost like they have to give me a little push to remind me, like, no, you're a little higher now, you know, pay attention. They kind of like hit me like, come on. And 9
They
feels
sure let
like
you know, don't they?
soft. Yeah, it's like I'm getting to know it. I'm still learning to identify that clearly, but I have no problem with the partnership part on those levels, though, because once I'm actively going, okay, I'm listening, I hear you, like, thank you for telling me that, and then we go at it like, you know, full on conversation. Mental, you know, higher dimensional, like woo woo land. All right. But yeah, it's real. It's freaking real, people. It's, you know, I mean, my viewers that don't get it, but it's real.
So Linda, how do you tell which dimension you're in?
I communicate, I ask. Usually I can tell by the energy signature. So if it's somebody that I've communicated, if it's a being that I've communicated with before, it feels a lot of times like it's a team, but it's also like my higher self in that dimension. So it's not like I'm always getting information from outside beings. A lot of times it's me popping into my own higher self.
Right.
And that communication comes internal. So it's a connection between my heart and my mind system, and it formulates so that I can understand this is you telling you, this is like my future self as a higher dimensional aspect, telling myself now what's going on.
So Linda, you were telling me that you know a little bit more about vortex. Try to explain it to me so I can get a better understanding. I want to know on your point of view where you're at through that division.
The vortexing is, okay, so I literally experienced myself vortexing. So in my mind system, I'm seeing going through like on your video, which I was shocked when I saw yesterday. I was like, yeah, that's like traveling. It's like these formations open up, and there were, I want to say 6-sided, I think. And it's like vortexing, and then it turns into like circle, then you go out. But when I'm out in that, when I'm going through, as I'm moving, I kind of put my attention back to myself here in this body, just be like, I'm out here. No, I'm back here. Like I bilocated in that sense. So my consciousness was sort of separated, but together, because I saw myself back here going like the way your face was going back and forth. I'm like, oh my God.
You know why though? You know why?
Because I was vortexing through I was traveling through space, right?
Who does the vortexing?
Well, this physical, I look back, yeah, the one traveling is doing it. Yeah. But it felt like this body was, if you looked at me at that moment, so I'm like looking back at myself as I'm traveling, I guess in that 360-degree vision. And as I'm looking back at myself, it's like I could see myself going like this, but not the one that was traveling. So, wow, that's good.
Beam me up, Scotty.
That makes sense. The one vortexing is when you're sending your consciousness through, when you're actually in the process of traveling.
It's spaceships that beam you up, Linda.
So yeah, was I going up to a spaceship? Is that what I was
Every
doing?
single time you go through vortex.
Yeah, because I don't think I could have figured out where I landed, because I was just so like impressed that I knew what vortexing was.
The higher you go, the more you'll see.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. So there's so many different divisions of spacecrafts, the XT1000s, X3000s, X28000, 360. There's GLS. There's so many different stages of vortex. So then you have to understand, what is vortex leap? What is vortex jump? Right? What's an acceleration mode system simulation of pattern division? What's a line signal through a location of vortex division? You know, so it's getting to everything is vortex through acceleration, right?
The line signal through the vortex, is that you communicating back to yourself, or could that be anybody going through that? Is it okay? All right.
Yeah. So see, that's the thing. We're all connecting through that lines, and like I said, everything's a learning experience. So the sentient or anything with avatar is getting information from itself. Say, okay, this is what I need to do. I understand this. I'm going to communicate through this line signal. I'm going to vortex to this planet system. You can fly, but when you get vortex, anything through that, it's information that you're being beamed up from space connection.
So now I have another question then, because if you're vortexing and you're communicating with yourself, are you vortexing when you're communicating with your higher dimensional self, or can you just communicate without vortexing?
You can actually communicate with both. You can have yourself set on the ground as your pyramid activation, which is your human vessel, which is it's the biolocator. You have to be grounded. We have to have our human vessels, right? Because it's our brain waves, right? It's the signals that set out, right? But it's the higher self that's flying around. So it's communicating back with you.
So you're not necessarily vortexing every time you communicate, is what the question was, I guess, right?
No, not every time, but you'll know that through its energy, because everything through energy is different through intelligence. You'll know the coloration, you know that it's in a different planet. You know, when I was speaking with Nefarious, he took over my whole body activation. I was like, whoa, this is too much. That's how I get it back into deformation, and that's what I knew how to do it, because we're friends, right? But an energy force of intelligence can't take over your whole body. So it's amazing to see these energies that, you know, that come in. Intelligence rises on so many levels through space connection of time frequency code systems. Because you're going through time, you're going through the reference of its presence of its time, you're going into its future of its presence of its time, because everything is space and time. right? Through traveling mechanisms. So
Good stuff. See,
I know.
Yeah, as we I like it seems like as the vocabulary comes in, that's when everything else starts coming in. Like a lot of people,
Yep.
you know, I see the videos of how do I open my third eye and how do I do this and how do I do that? And it's just like, well, you got to believe that it's open. You got to start seeing, and you
Right.
got to start functioning from that place in order for you to start functioning from that
Yeah.
place. I mean, it all makes sense.
Yeah. That's why you understand line divisions through alignments. You know exactly which intelligence you are communicating with when you're channeling, Michael. Because I notice you have so much information coming into you, and you're trying to get line balance with everything through communication.
Yeah, there's only some that, you know, like, well, it just depends how fast it comes in. You know, if I don't catch the signature, then I just say it and I just go past it. And I'm like, oh, you know, that was father, mother, you know, and I don't really stop there. Like,
But you
and
notice the energies are different, right? You know the
that's
energy.
what I mean. That's how I know who I'm talking to, is because
Yeah.
I've done enough consistent, repetitive, like, okay, that's Jesus's energy, that's Michael, and you know, so I know a lot of them because of that. But it's when information comes in quicker than their signature, that's a tricky thing, because I got so much. So then I realize, you know, and then sometimes it's like a new guy, like the Anu guy who I did, and Anu Nakten, and like
Naki, yeah, that's what Linda got.
yeah, that was, you know, they were cool. He was so strong. But I mean, yeah, it's, if I don't slow down, if I don't, it's all practice, it's all work, like you say. But it's great. It's, you know, wonderful to be able to translate it for people, you know, for them, for all of us. I mean, I love doing it. I just want to keep doing it. But yeah, such a fun. It's so much fun.
I know, and it's so connected when you get into that levels of mind telekinesis.
I'm not even there. Like, I'm just still over here just learning, you know. Like, look at you guys, and you guys have been going for a while, and you know, I'm kind of just stepping in here, and it's just like, I'm so excited. I can't wait till I can.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I felt that, Michael. That's pretty good, man. You. Wow. Whoa.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. All right. I wasn't trying.
No, but that's good though. I felt the energy. You're connecting. That's nice.
Cool. Yeah. And I noticed that's what I noticed. Like with my energy, that's how I channel. You know, it's like, comes in here, comes in there, and I go, what was that? And then they'll either like hide, and, you know, like they're so much fun. You guys, like, people were worried about channeling. It's like,
I know,
they're like infinite beings who like could do anything and everything and have so much fun. Like, they're just not bogged down like humanity is.
They're not connecting at all.
It's why, like, I talk how I blab all the time, you know, and that's why I do it when I'm talking with them. It's like a great night out. We just blab like crazy, and then you try to talk to people, and it's just like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it that way, or whatever. You know, it's so funny, but they're great. You know?
Yeah.
It's the command of the mind, it's command of the voice, and it's the command of the body. That's the control of everything's balance.
And you know, when you start forming the partnerships and everything, they throw tests at you too, especially the higher you go. And
that's why I keep giving you guys evaluations.
Right. Well, they when they come in and they're hanging out just in your living room, and you're just like, you know, sometimes they're having discussions and they just kind of you know, you don't have partnership yet, or they're working on, or you're getting ready to pass your test for partnership, and they kind of whisk you out of the room, and it's your own living room, and you have to go back. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. You guys can take a hike if you don't want me to hear what's going on. This is my house. It's like, you got to hold your space. You got to hold your empowerment. You know, and there's been times where I've held my ground, and I'm very, very stubborn, and I can be very stubborn. I'm flexible with, all right, forget that. Scratch, reverse, cancel, clear. I'm learning how to be extremely flexible and fluid in this body, in this life. But there's a part of me, like, when I know truth, I won't budge on it, you know? And so I feel like there's been times where I've held my ground, and it's like, woohoo, like, it's almost like there's a party going around because they're like, she passed the test, you know? And it's such a self-empowering, it's like I think Sarah was talking about this, like, just knowing it, believing it. Maybe you were talking about that too, Michael. And even
Okay.
Tina, maybe you were saying that. I think you guys were all talking about it.
Yeah,
It's knowing.
we're all gonna be.
Yeah,
That's-
it's like developing that confidence and
Yeah, we have to set our boundaries if they're all lining up. We could be going 24/7. We get no
Right.
sleep.
That's right. And the thing is, the most important thing is you can't ignore anything that you see in front of you because they're always going to react to you. They're like little children in the sky. Okay. So they're going to keep poking you until you understand what's going on. Right.
well, that too. I was taking a shower this afternoon.
Oh, I know. You gotta watch those showers. You gotta watch those.
I have set up many times. I've set up grids and all of that because I like to take multi-dimensional showers. And okay, I know this sounds really funny, but just listen.
I'm with you.
Just hear me. All right, so your the water cleansing, all that kind of stuff. It's great for healing your body. It's great for healing the waters. But when you can see if you see nature around you and it's like an outdoor shower and you're bringing that sunlight is like blending in with the water. There's something that I got today in the shower. And it's funny because my hair today was like sticking out all over the place. And I thought, I'm just going to come on Zoom and say, Andrew, what this forcing cycles are like blowing my hair out. So I'm in the shower and I'm thinking about this. I'm cracking myself up, which I do frequently. And I'm laughing about it because I literally saw the antenna. And I know from Native American studies and things
Wow.
I've done that your hair is like a psychic antenna and it picks up electricity, but it also picks up guk. So if you haven't just a pro tip I learned today, practicing what I preached, or yeah, something like that. When you're washing your hair, try to see all the guk coming off of it, not just in the 3D, but see your antenna clearing and sending out clear signals.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's almost like if people feel blocked that they can't receive a signal or feel energy, maybe their hair has got the gook on it, like the black goo on it. Maybe you haven't cleared your hair out. And I don't mean physically, I mean higher dimensional. But
No,
anyway.
they let you know. They let you know. And that's the most important thing. Because you're right. It's definitely a line signal.
I had an experience with that last year, October, because I had, if you check my older videos, I had locks, right? So I had long hair, and my consciousness told me that it was time to let go of my hair.
Oh yeah. That's when you were on
Right.
Zoom, with me.
Yeah. Right. I cut it, and so when I actually did that, I did a whole ceremony with it and stuff, and I actually kind of I had these scissors, and these scissors was basically I had it as a physical scissors. It was also an etheric scissors, and I had crystals around me and stuff like that. And I cut my hair, and immediately I started to get a whole slew of downloads of just tons of information started to come in. I started to feel, I started to feel lighter, everything so it was pretty interesting to experience that. And every once in a while, I started not combing my hair at all to see what would happen, and I noticed I could feel a lot of the downloads coming in. So yeah, definitely the hair has a connection when it comes to our certain information that we may receive. Not saying that, because I mean some people are completely bald, on top of the head and stuff, and they receive a lot of information too. So I think it's an accessory, like an antenna, just an additional thing we can tune into to receive more information, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask you that, but you answered it. I was going to say, once you cut it off, did you feel all the chills and the goosebumps and
Oh yeah. So what I felt was I felt like an etheric weight coming off of my entire being. So this was last year, October. So I started growing my hair when I first got into college, living in Trinidad. And that was during the time when I was going through my first set of awakenings. So it was a lot of different types of energy that I was dealing with over there. I actually had a memory too. Because see, the Caribbean is a pretty interesting place when it comes to certain types of energy, because I'm actually starting to learn that we we have some kind of connection to like a breakaway civilization. Well, a breakaway kind of island formation connected to Atlantis, right? So the whole island chain is actually, if you look at the River Nile, it actually has a connection to Upper and Lower Egypt. If you look at the formation of it, but the island that I am on is a crystal formation that seems to have a structure in place, which acts as like a broadcasting station. So it has its polar. Well, it can either be used as good or bad, right? So
Yeah,
it
you're
all
on the River Canal of Atlantis.
right.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that would make sense why we have a trident which is
Yep.
broken off
Yep.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
The
Because
civilization in Lemuria is Hawaii. It's an underwater city through communications.
ah,
So Hawaii, Japan, China, they're all connected. Right?
yeah. Well, yeah, Lemuria was over in that area for sure. Yeah. So there's this whole connection then to something called I think it's Tartaria. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. So it's yeah, like so the whole thing is that a part of our history was scrubbed, and we are missing one of the resets that civilization had, and one of the resets is or was a mud flood, right? So a lot you would see like in certain areas in America and England and different areas around the world, like it would almost seem like if like um, civilization was covered in mud and the buildings everybody just start like building standard buildings quick, right, to cover up like what was previous. Um, a lot of that information is now starting to come to the forefront more now. As we become more aware of ourselves as well, our memories start to come forward in connection to all of that. Uh, so I guess that's the connection then to like a lot of what's happening now too in the collective and what I was feeling
Mm-hmm.
previously with a lot of the energy then coming up from the foundations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anybody else found any ancestry, anything through planets or anything related to that? What Jerome is going through?
The only thing I've ever felt geographically was the difference from being near Chicago and moving to California. I mean, it's a whole nother dimension. It's a whole nother universe, whole thing itself. So, but yeah, I don't know about ancestry.
You mean like you feel like attracted to a certain type of thing like Lemuria or Atlantis?
Yeah. Like sometimes they download information for you to understand because I'm from Lemuria, right? So basically, I have to know the ancestry of Lemuria. So and that helps you out more and more because that's the remembrance of who you are. Because everybody has a home. Okay, it's
Right.
a safe haven everybody has. So you understand where you're living. Now you're just understanding everything that's going on with its mission, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I had this dream way back when a couple of years ago. I was underwater, not underwater. I was on a beach. It was underground though. It seemed like it was underground. All the colors, everything was different than it is here. It was
Yeah,
different.
that's the underwater cities, Tina. Yeah.
Is that Atlantis?
No, that's Lemuria.
Yeah, I feel, yeah, so it would be Lemuria then. Yeah, and I feel kind of connected to Atlantis, really.
Yeah.
But I feel connected to Atlantis and Lemuria.
Yeah,
But
it's a beautiful place to be. Really.
yeah,
So we're kind of I kind of saw like we're moving through like the different timelines, correcting certain
There you go. Correcting. Very good.
misalignments that are
Alignments. Yeah.
basically correcting them, the different time periods and existing simultaneously in them. No, so we're in Lemuria, we're in Atlantis, we're No, we're on
Parallels, paradigm shift, polar shift,
yeah,
connection
and,
to the energy of the body activations. Yep.
and all based on people, well, based on your own individual experience or your own perceptions, then you would actually exist in one, in either one or the other or all of them at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually saw mainstream science actually now confirming that they actually measured larger quantum movement in humans actually. So not just on a microscopic scale, but on larger objects, meaning that again, like the information is starting to like come into the forefront again, and showing us that yeah, like we exist in a simulated system. We are quantum beings, right? Connecting to AI or awareness of information. And yeah, I mean, everything's starting to confirm itself a lot more these couple of days now that have been passing.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. You're getting into that adaptation, line signals, light activation, communication activation systems, coloration patterns, getting more information. See, the more you understand yourself more, the more you understand its intelligence. Okay.
Okay.
So
That's what I've been doing with mine. You said that I asked you a long time ago, I think when everybody was asking Andrew what planets we're all from, you said mine was Anaris, I believe. And you said it was nebula. It was located in nebula. And so, like you said, with intelligence, ever since you said that, I can recognize like how it is that it's why I'm a chameleon. It's why I want to channel all the divisions, because I'm a nebula. I come from, like, I'm before form, so it's, or whatever to explain. So that just triggered what, like you said, as you know more, the intelligence.
yeah, you're like a gecko.
So, what was that?
A gecko or a chameleon that changes color.
Yeah, like easy for me. Like, and I want to, because I'm multidimensional. So,
Right.
there's that, like, oh, you don't want to, please everybody. And obviously, because I'm this way, I went through that. But it's like that still hasn't left me. It's not something I think that's against who I am. It's a strength that I have.
Yeah, no, that's your personal trait, Michael.
Right.
That's something you always have, and that's the soul.
So that's finding out who I am, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing more so. I've been just, not paying attention to the human aspects and just really being like Archangel Michael. I have so many similar traits, and I think I mentioned in my last video, but it goes so far beyond that. And even for him, it's like he's so much more than that. That's just one division, channeled of an essence,
Oh,
so
I know.
I feel like there's there's a lot of information coming out now for the first time, but we're all so much more than just if that makes sense. So I was thinking about talking about that Sunday, so maybe but
it makes total sense.
It's a lot.
Yeah. What about you, Linda?
Yeah, well, what Michael was saying makes total sense. At first, when you were saying you're from Lemuria and all that, I'm like, I know I was there, but I don't think I'm from there, because I feel like I've channeled in so many different things that I could be attached to. It's almost like it could be a couple different ways, because it's like if they're trying to insert a program that I can connect to, like ISIS, and have that, that archetype energy can infuse with me and integrate with me, and it's like an upgrade. So then I resonate with Egypt. Then I'm learning about Native Americans, and it's like Hiawatha, hello, and then you move on to something else, and it's like masculine or feminine didn't even matter through space and time, because everybody can relate to the Jesus or the Christ energy, or who he represented, or the Mary Magdalene energy. And it's like throughout my life, I feel like I said in a video in the beginning of my YouTube channel, I said something about like reincarnating within your own body, within this life. Without dying, you're reincarnating. Every time you're integrating a higher aspect of yourself. But those archetype energies like Archangel Michael are major, I want to say major blueprints of graphing systems that can be downloaded into any multiple, like I've asked everyone, anyone who wants like a piece of that can be like integrating that energy blueprint. Do you know what I mean? It's like making copies. So it's kind of when you say where are you from, or where, you know, have you connected yet? I had a dream a long time ago.
What comes to mind? What planet comes to mind?
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. It's more of a realm than a planet. There's no planet that.
Can you describe it?
Yeah. Well, in the dream I was shown like a wheel, and I was in a ship. I know I was in a ship, and Archangel Michael was there, and a number of other people. And I was asking, but where am I from? And they had the wheel. It was like a wheel of fortune kind of thing spinning. But each section would light up with glyphs on it as it would spin around.
Right.
So it was like a triangle formation within a circle, and each triangle division had multiple ancient script, but I knew what they meant in the dream. And it lit up, and it was like at 12 o'clock, and it lit up, and it was like the angelical realm. And I saw what turned out to be what I have tattooed from my neck to my tramp stamp down down to the back of my thing, you know, all the way up and down my spine, all these different things. Well, that was like on the sword of truth for Archangel Michael. So I know I was from like the angelical realm, but it feels like it's not just from there. I know that it resonates as a resting place of home, but I don't know that that's where I originated. You know what I'm saying? I know that there's somewhere else, and I get like Lyrans I resonate with a lot, the blue avians, like the return of the bird tribe. And there's so many aspects with birds and cats and different things too, but I don't feel like that's necessarily home. So I'm still working on that. I mean, I don't really want anybody to tell me, but if they told me in a dream, and because I asked, I would be grateful to get that information, and I've asked for it, but it's not time for me to remember that yet, I guess.
Do you want me to tell you, or do you want to find for yourself?
Oh, so you know.
I know everything.
Okay, tell me.
Lemurius.
Say again?
Lemurius.
Lemurius? That's not Lemuria, right?
No, Lemurius. It's the sister planet of Lemuria.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to Google that one.
I tried Googling Anaris and I didn't get nothing. So
Lemerius? Is that how it's spelled? Is it even Googleable?
So is
I
it?
don't think so. No,
Is
I
it
know
planet-
Lemuria is, but
planet
you know, there's a lot of planets out there in the galaxy system that doesn't have Google information, because that's just human in a vessel, right? But
So was Lemurians, were they anti-experiment on Earth, or were they like, all right, now we got to go fix it because you guys screwed it up? Like
yeah,
what?
brother and sister planets, mother and father planets. So you have to understand its relation to everything through balance. So Lemuria is connected to Lemurius, and they're very well informed. That's why you're so connected through space grids and ground formations of Mother Gaia, Linda. So you're understanding more of the angelics. That's why you're so connected to Archangel Michael. So, and this is how it all connects through its cycle, because everybody has that cycle. So we're all multi-dimensional. But like you said, all the past and the present and its future is multi-dimensional. It's just finding that one dimensional of you. And then you expand, and then you evolve, and then you get into the body and into the light in full control.
I've been working on getting my my name. I've been asking. I've been like kind of knocking.
Oh, so you're getting into the cosmic. Good for you.
Trying.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
knocking on the door, but they haven't opened it yet. I'm just kidding. They're
I
saying,
feel like I got close.
You're like, here, go have a lollipop. Go sit in the corner with a lollipop. We'll get to you later. You're not ready yet. Thanks.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm ready. I'm asking. So I don't care if I have like the heart of a child and I'm asking. It's like a child can say the most profound things too. So I could be up there in the middle of their galactic round tables you know, and I can pop into my cosmic self and I can
Mhm.
slam my hand down on the table and say, that's enough. Like, hit
Yeah.
the switch. Let
No.
me explain.
Yeah, but you don't just feel it, you actually see your name, which is so powerful. And they give it to you through the voice and grid. So they have hands when it comes into the gods. That's how I became King Archangel Azareth. So
Nice.
So do you know our names then, Andrew?
yeah.
You do.
I can't give you all that information.
You're not allowed to do that, huh? No.
It's like,
Oh, there's
it's
only
like,
so much. Father can only allow me to give you so much information. Same with
it's
Mother.
like the unspoken NDA.
There's
So that-
prohibitive rules, guys. Space has its, you know, restrictions and everything, you know.
Yep.
Yes
So
and no, maybe so, or, you know, it'll let you know, or
I have a question.
you finding yourself, right?
Yeah. I have a question regarding the water cities. So when I was there, it felt like home. I
Mhm.
mean, it felt like home and I didn't want to leave. I almost started crying because
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave. It just felt like home in my heart. So was that underwater cities? Is that
Yep.
what you're saying?
Yep.
Really?
That's Samaria, yeah.
Interesting. I thought I was from Sirius. Or is that just something different?
No, that's something different. That's basically, you remember, you guys have friendship with everything through planet systems. That's where you're going into the cycles of its multi-dimensional connection system. So you could be friending so many things in relation to past, present, and future. It's just getting everything in balance.
Right. That makes sense. We've been all over the, yeah.
You've been all over the place. You've been all over the map. But once you come together and you know exactly who you are through everything, you know, that's
Right.
what comes into control. That's
Makes
where it comes into the force.
So what's it feel like to know everything?
Understanding the creation of everything that I have. It's a lot of work and it's everything to me, but it just comes easy for me, Tina. And it's just understanding that you know the creation of everything through its operation. And when you see these things, because I'm in 50,000 years into the future, when you guys get to your division, you're going to go through the same thing I went through. And you're going to say, whoa, I understand what Andrew's talking about now. I am actually 20,000 years into the future. I feel the grounds. I feel the planet. I understand the vocabulary. I understand the sentient views. I understand everything through the nature, because everything through a planet has a different nature, have a different oxygen. It has an oxygen level spin. It has its octane. It has its own atmosphere. It has its own coloration. It has its own vibration. It has its own community. It has its own humanity. So much civilizations of planets that we haven't been connected with. Because intelligence is extremely real. Planets, there are so many levels of intelligence.
So you know what we're doing in the future then?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
He's still working with us. We must be
So
okay.
yeah, no, I'm getting up to you guys through those grades, right? So like I said, I'm in the center with Michael. Michael's going to in the point division. So I'm in the center. It's understanding you guys, everything in traction division, understanding alignments. So we got Linda going, okay, so everything's set in its grid formation. I just communicated the starlight energy system. Michael says, yeah, the shape is on its connection vibration panel. It's connecting through its line signal. Yeah, the generator is set through its shape division, but I think we have to change the coloration pattern. It's the location center. And then Sarah comes in and she says, yep, the formations are good. Let's light communicate it, send it out.
So basically,
That's teamwork, guys. That's teamwork. That's what we have to high rise to the Galactic Force Team.
That's who Andrew's talking to in his videos. He's talking to us.
Ah, yes. I love it. I love it. Yep. Yep. That's
So
great.
Michael's picking up, man. He's understanding my vocabulary.
I know. Oh yeah, I know it a lot more now than ever.
So watch.
Connecting, he's connecting, you know.
He's gonna do a video next time, and he's just gonna be like, "Michael, I said, oh, never mind." You know, you're.
See this?
I love that background. It's great.
Not a mandala, whatever.
Michael, question. This is another thing too. When you guys see illustrations, do you understand the diagram? Can you put it in formation through your vocabulary system?
Oh, that's good. I believe so. I can't say that I can say that I've done
Like
it.
the tapestry that you have the back of you, Michael. Can you understand its relation where it is through its archive division?
I think so.
When you look at it, do you know what it? You see the colorations, you see the portals, you see the dimensions, you see the shapes, you see the line division, you see the matrix line grids.
I'm not that seeing yet. No. I'd have to go into a focus where I, you know what I mean? Because it's So I'm really, I think I said in the video, I'm really like still conscious, like 9 to 5, trying to make time when, you know, for things. So, but that's why I said too, you know, as I understand more, it's happening to me whether I'm meditating or not. You know, like it's happening because I know what I'm looking for and I know what I'm looking at.
But you're very
So
self-aware then.
there are points when, there are points like when I saw the blue, you know, circle that show, you know, there are times when it'll just happen. I don't know. And I've learned to focus on it, but again, if I don't have time, it's like I just keep going. I'm just really conscious and awake. My whole thing's been like, and I've said it a million times when I'm working with spirit is, you know, if we're supposed to be embodied and we're supposed to, you know, do this, then I need to be able to be functional. Like I don't want to just be sitting, you know, like constantly like, oh yeah, I'm healing the whole earth. You know, look, it's always, you know, I want to go out and I want to give it to people. I want to put it in the tree. I want to like, you know, so it's really, for me, it's like, that was my ego that I fought with in the beginning was it's like, you know, there's rules, but yet, you know, like we have to do this, we have to do that. But it's like, all I want to do is help. So why can't, like, can we just give me something here? You know? So what I've gotten is the awareness and the understanding. That's why it's all up here. I know everything, but I'm trying to like make it real, like happening here.
Right.
And like any of us, and we find the resistance, you know. So my big gripe, whatever, if you will, has always been like, you know, like when we're kids, we know when we're kids. Mm-hmm. So at what point was it like it all just fell apart when it was like I never had a desire as a child to do any of this, to experience any of this. So as a creator being, it's really, that's a tricky word there, but
it is
when
very
you go
hard.
past, you understand that you came here for a reason and with the ancestry and with all the years behind you. So it's, for me, it's seeing things.
It's understanding the soul of you is its creator.
Yeah. But seeing, it's just like, it just happens, you know, when it happens, how it happens, you know, like when I saw the 25 or, you know, the dimensional thing with, it was while I was driving a car, you know, I was listening to Linda's video and I saw it in my third eye. It was just instant, you know, and then that's how I get a lot of this stuff. And I've always been saying that, that's why I said earlier, preparing for me, I'm so prepared that it's like, once it's time for me to like, have blocks of time to put this work in, you know, like I'm gonna go fast. I'm gonna go really fast, but you know, I feel like sometimes I worry that I'm not going anywhere. But I know I am.
Don't worry. You know,
I want to be there more. That's that, you know, impatience. But
it's getting into the individual system, and then once you get into that through its balance, then we get into a team effort. That's why I keep doing these illustrations. That's why. Linda's going to do this, Michael's going to do that, Tina's going to do this, Jerome's going to do that, Sarah's going to do that, I'm going to do this. Let's do it, right? That's what it is, right? That's team.
Yep.
So you really have to understand your vocabulary and what you're doing through line division, right?
Yeah. I think so. That was my. Go ahead. Yeah. No, go ahead.
Linda, go ahead.
Oh, me?
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted.
No, I just went with it. I'm no problem. What was I saying? Don't worry, because I was just gonna say that the blocks of time will come when you're not like, you know, in the rat race, you know, having to go to work all the time. And I'm just the GCR, the RV, Nasera, all that stuff is coming into play, and we're really close. We're so close. They just arrested Gazine or Galeen or whatever the heck her name is, Maxwell, the Maxwell brat. They arrested her today. So there's a lot going down.
Heard that.
And, you know, Ellen show was canceled and all that. So like they are cleaning up the mess, and it's like a lot of this stuff had to take place. I'm not saying that that's all connected to the Nasera, but it really is.
Everything's connected, and you're finally formalizing through its balance, Linda, and that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Right. A lot going on.
It's cleaning everything up. It's taking a broom and going, bye, dark.
Yeah, and then the money is gonna, the people that have to work right now that don't have time, that are really feeling like, oh my God, you know, and just don't have time to do stuff like this or what they want to do or meditate or just play and have fun and put that energy into the tree, like you were saying, Michael, that's coming. It's,
Yeah.
you know, the freedom is coming.
I know. I've been waiting as long as anybody, so I know it. I gotta believe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another guy is coming out of her cocoon too, so you guys can look forward to that.
Yeah, I heard that was going to be in the third quarter. We're actually going to have the bifurcation.
Yep.
Is that that's
Yeah.
sped up? Because that old timeline was December. Now it's sped up to like the summer.
It's speeding up, yeah. Because remember what I did with the moon, guys. You have to understand what I do with everything through the atmosphere is extremely real, and it changes everything through our human vibration. So it's speeding up the odometer, and this is what I was talking about, Michael, into the astral connection through the portal visions of 1111, and how you change formations to the communication levels of the interface of the moon to change its location center into the simulation of its hologram system.
Yeah. I think Sarah had her hand raised.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Oh, can't hear you.
No.
Sarah, audio.
Yeah, she's unmuted. She hit it, but we can't.
Now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we are.
Okay, I had my Bluetooth and now I turned it off. Okay, so the whole time during this whole COVID thing, I've been working every single day. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, when am I going to get a chance to sit back and I don't know if it's necessarily reap the benefits, but be able to sit back and really watch everybody wake up and be able to help them.
Unfold, yeah.
Because I feel like that's what I'm supposed to be doing is help everyone so it's not totally a slap in the face for them when all the stuff really comes out. I've been dropping hints, you know, like Linda has to. She's been sharing it. And I've watched Linda way before I got introduced to you, Andrew. And what's crazy is everything in multiple, what do you call it, outlets are all coming to truth and they're all lining up. And people are being force-fed the truth, and some of them are going to choose not to believe it, and some are, you know, and they're gonna need people like us to hold their hand and help raise them up because they're gonna be at a lower stance. They're not gonna realize that everything that they've been taught to believe is BS.
Yeah. Like my aunt, for example, loves Ellen so much, and I loved her show for a while too, and she seemed to be very generous at the time, but that was all a facade. And it's like when you start to find out the truth of what she's been involved with, and there's plenty of videos out there that are, you know, saying how she's nasty in real life and that kind of thing. And not to go off on a whole, I don't want to give any energy than we need to more like to that, but the fact that the show was canceled says a lot. The fact that like Oprah's show, people have these whole big, they hold them up in this high idealistic place of, you know, like they can't do any wrong because they have a show and they give things away and they're generous. And you have no idea they're involved in human and child trafficking and worse, you know, pedo stuff. Like people don't realize, and they say that's all conspiracy, but like their shows were canceled due to COVID or put on hold to the end of the year, or Oprah was clearing her calendar to the end of the year. Now it's like, okay, so did Ellen, but now it's like Ellen's canceled. So there's, and they arrested that Maxine lady or Maxwell lady, and that is a big one.
Yeah.
They already have the information that they need to arrest these other guys.
See,
but she could make a deal and cooperate or whatever, and then maybe they'll take her to Gitmo and do the whatever they have to do, you know, so that we don't have to make those decisions and deal with that as humanity. Like they're taking care of that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's all being recorded so that it's all documented, but it's all being done legally. But it's finally happening. And there are people like my aunt who's not going to be able to handle that because it was like, oh, don't you dare say a bad word about Ellen. And I kind of laugh at that because I'm like, oh, not laugh, but inside I just, you know, I send her my best and all, but it's like, oh, honey, your world is going to be rocked. But I think, well, all of us truthers have been out there, and all the truthers that are out there have been out there spilling the beans, you know, giving the little carrots like you're doing, Sarah. And all. We've been doing this because there's a whole nother group of people that are going to wake up when they see these arrests and when they see these idols of theirs go down. And yes, they're going to need our help, but think of the huge percentage of people that have been hearing it but not believing it, and now they're going to awaken. And they're
like, gonna go, I told you, you told us so, you told us so, we just choose not to believe you. And it's what I think what's sad is that people, even myself, didn't use the discernment into realizing, because you don't want to pass judgment on people like, you know, especially elites.
Right.
But you know what? They're humans. They're humans just like everyone else. And if they can not justify it, they could. I don't want us to put them on a cross and crucifix. You know what I mean? I don't want anything like that. But they're not going to be held accountable the way that they should, in a sense. You know. And how is that? How do you justify what you've done with all these children, and without just? It's just a whole nasty pill.
Yeah, karma is catching up with everybody. You have to understand everything's
Yeah.
light and dark. We have two sides of ourselves.
Right.
So it's the ego that's always trying to fight. So once the ego finds its light, it takes away the dark. And everything through its conspiracy, and anything through its behind doors with Ellen, the cancellation, what she's been involved with, you know, how the king's coming back to life, what he's involved with. It's all connecting people. It's all coming to life now. And we're coming to a totally different world.
Right.
You know, it's opening up. You know, the veil is revealing everything of its truth.
I always felt like, too, real quick, that, you know, if it is karma and someone did do something bad, well, that person that you're looking at in this life that's suffering, maybe that's exactly what they need to be doing right about now.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's like interference, you know,
That's
that's
exactly
their
what
path.
it is, Michael. And
It's
a lot
not
of
for
I hate to
you.
say it, but a lot of people die because of that, because they don't learn their lessons learned. And
Right.
keep going through that.
They do it to themselves.
Cycle, and they don't understand the karma wheel. They don't understand what they're doing, especially when you're getting violent with people. You know how many wars have been going on in centuries? Why are we fighting with wars? Why? Greed, power, control, money, right? Everything's got to change.
Yep.
No?
And
Even Donald Trump is going to change. What I did to him? Oh.
So you also
I'll just watch it. Don't worry.
you also have family members that they bring their children into this, and family members bring cousins into it, and some of these people that get into it, they're taught that this is their religion.
Mhm.
Because, well, you don't realize it's not just, it's light and dark, yes, at the top of that formation, but at the bottom of it you have different sects of religion fighting over each other, different satanic cults. Like Satanism isn't the same as Luciferianism, you know, and some of them drink the adrenochrome and then sacrifice. The other ones just eat the human flesh, and cannibalism, and they put it in our meat and think it's funny, you know, because they're disposing of things after they drain the blood. And there's so much there's so many negative systems out there, but it's not just all like one system of, oh, they're all Satanists, you know what I mean? We can't put them in a box like that, because some of them's their family. Like I think the Luciferianism ones are the ones where the family is actually bringing the people in and brainwashing them in that religion, that's the one true light.
Yeah.
You know, like they're the light and we're the dark. That got kind of brainwashing, but they're programmed from the time they're very, very young. So the ones that actually have done wrong and believe that they're doing right because this is their religion, they've been programmed, and they need to get recycled to come back and learn it.
Yeah. Same with Hollywood, you know, the pedophilias and all that. Look what's going on with that.
Yep.
Right?
I
Everything's
always felt that way. Like I always wanted to be the guy to decide, you know, for people, because I remember a long time ago, I was in my awakening, you know, a couple years back, where they said that we're going to need people who aren't going to react like the humans, who aren't going to just want revenge and want this and that. So I said, count me in for that, because I know discernment enough, you know, like I want to, because I'm a forgiver. So, you know, I think that's right where I would fit in. I want to be a diplomat, you know, but or something from that. But yeah,
I think they might also be taking care, from what I understand, a lot of these, like the indictments, or they're already found guilty by the time they unseal it and arrest them. So they've already had their trial. And that's what the sealed indictments are. But I think when it comes to whether they go to Gitmo or whether they get, you know, electrocution or, you know, the death penalty or whatever, however they do it, or they suicide them, you know what I mean? Like however it is that is decided, they're doing it in a way that it wouldn't disturb the public, because by the time we find out, and even if some of it's covert, some of it has to be overt. And by the time we find out, it's already going to be taken away from us as a moral dilemma to figure out.
So
Which
people
I
can't
think is
riot.
wonderful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful because it's already done. We can already say, shame on you for doing that. You'll have people that'll disagree, but you know what? It's done. It's a gift. We don't have to have that moral dilemma, you know, because they're almost impossible to figure out sometimes. You could lean like, it's like the death penalty. Is it good? Is it not good? I mean, different parts of your life and different times, you can be for it or against it for different reasons.
Yeah, well, it all depends on, each country has its own system, you know, whatever you do as far as violence or anything through murders or anything like that. So you make the mistakes, nobody else. You make the decisions, nobody else. You create everything through your thoughts, nobody else. You create your own karma, nobody else. You create your own life stream, nobody else.
Well said.
You know, that's what it is. So humans have to really get into what's going on, you know, really wake up. You know?
They've had plenty of time to wake up, and there's
Oh yeah, lots of time to wake
you know
up.
what?
No?
We say like rip off the band-aid or turn on the light switch or push the button or push the button. You know, it's time. And let the pieces fall.
Linda, I did that with the moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I love
Now I
it.
know it's Linda. It's her signature. Now I heard a boop. Oh, that was Linda.
Wait till you see what happens next, guys. It's going to be big. Really, really big shift. Really big shift.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I
Getting
need
very
a sign off from the show. So maybe it'll just be, thanks for joining us, and boop.
Yeah. Station, yeah.
Did you guys see the big mothership that was over New Mexico?
Last night? Last night?
It was just recent. No, there was like a cloud formation. It was huge mothership over. Yeah, so that was really
very
cool.
cool.
Yeah, to be there. Oh, those people got to be freaking out. Yeah.
It's funny that when the big ships come in, like around here, when they come in, I can hear them, but then it's like it turns into a force, and the force turns into wind and lightning and thunder. And it's not necessarily a storm, because you can see clear skies on the other side of it. And it's like, wow, like those ships have that kind of force in their cloaking mechanisms. Like, well, of course they do. But I saw one last night, and it was literally like telling me we're here. And I was asking for a little lightning signal or something like that. And then, you know, I got distracted. I went in, came back out, but it was there. I saw it last night. That's why I was asking you, Michael, last night.
Yeah.
Question. I got a question for you guys. Why are there clouds in the sky?
Cloaking ships.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we need rain too. We do need rain. Right? Yeah, I was like, well, wait, there's a lot of that.
Very, very good. That it's a cloaking device. So basically they use their protection. So they use the cloud interference for all connections. So basically every cloud that you see is a spaceship.
Yeah, see them all the time. There's there's no way that one cloud by itself, you know, there's no way.
Different. Yeah.
I'm very obvious lately, hasn't it? Well, the last couple of years. Very obvious.
In the last couple of weeks, though, the skies have changed. I have not seen chemtrailing. I'm so happy about that.
I haven't seen chemtrailing either. Good point. Yay.
Even though it's not the Phoenix Rising program that President Trump was doing to try to spray people with not the chemicals, but the stuff to not get the virus. It was like Phoenix Rising is what they called the project, I think.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Operation Good Chemtrails, because it's like you said he stopped the chemtrails and they're still going on, but it was good sprays. But that's all stopped now, all of it. So happy. So happy.
You mentioned when you said thunder and you said all that stuff from the sound was coming in. I got an example, and I've asked one person before this one, but I want to ask Andrew.
Yeah.
What am I, if I do it right now in my brain, I can create thunder in my head. Like it's like I'm flexing a muscle in my brain, and it creates the sound of rolling thunder, and I can hold it for as long as I can flex the muscle, and then it just lets go. And I've like asked people throughout life, like, can you do that? We can like right now I'm making the sound in my head, and it's just like humming, but it sounds like thunder, but it takes energy. What is that? why am I able to do that? And what is it, a literal muscle that I'm just vibrating in my brain that I'm hearing sound from? Or does it have anything to do with my
the hydraulic
pineal
system? You're getting into cloud interference, so it's understanding how you can change anything through raining patterns. You can make it rain, Michael, when you get up to that division.
I've done it. I've been able to do it my entire life. And when I asked a medium a couple years back, they mentioned that that spirit was saying something that like I can use it to manifest. That if I focus on what I want to create, and then I create the sound, and then I just like bask in it. They said I can do creation with it. I wanted to ask you what that was.
Yeah, no, it's mass calculation of distance in front. Because you're in the helix system now you're getting into gases and pions. So now you're getting connected through galaxy systems. You have the galaxies and it's going to be connected. That's what it's connected through hot and cold. That's the connection when it comes to thunder and through rain, anything electricity.
Right.
So the forming system of your mind hydraulic systems understand, Michael can now make it rain. I can make it rain. I can make it rain and shine. I can bring out the sun. I can bring out the stars. The higher we go, the more we get powerful through gods.
Yeah, I can do wind. That's what I've been able to do.
Yeah, wind is fun. I love wind. I can change direction with wind forces, and I can connect through so many levels of interforce connections, and I can have the wind surfacing around my body activations and vortex vision.
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, we'd get on our rollerblades and I'd be like, all right, I got this.
Like a wind tunnel.
Yeah,
going through a wind tunnel.
Just blow us. That's, you know what? I don't think I created it, but I think I had something to do with it, where there was I was pulling off the highway and then I saw some wind and then I kind of like focused on it and I was like, what direction are you going in? And I did a little leg for that and then it started spinning, but it was just like, I wasn't really trying. I was getting off the road. I was at the light. I was on the off ramp. And so, and it started cycling. And so I didn't know if that was like me. It was one of those like,
yeah, no, you're communicating. But once you understand communication and you get balance, boy, you get control. Boy, you get command.
Yeah, wind is, I'm familiar.
Yeah.
Michael,
you guys interforcing right now, or can you move clouds in the interforcing? Can I? Sky
I should try more. Like I say, I don't spend enough time on this kind of, I want more time.
I can cloud bus or
you can move the clouds, Jerome? Yeah,
like make them disappear or change shape a little bit.
You can change the shapes, the colorations. You can put it in portal activation.
Yeah. Or even like do things like there's this time I was with some of my friends and we were like on one of the highest points of the island where a lot of these like we'd be able to like do a lot of like these like supernatural things. Like move fire and stuff like that, just on a very subtle level. But yeah, I can move the wind a bit, and also like the clouds. And I've tried rain before, and it tends to work on and off, not all the time, but from time to time.
Yeah, that's just getting more command, Jerome. That's all.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to know your line signals too, because every time. Remember, everything communication is a satellite.
Right.
Satellite is everything to your information human vessel system. You are a pyramid. Once you guys recognize your pyramid, once you recognize your avatar, once you understand your communication lines, you're communicating in the simulation as an AI, not the human vessel of the Earth. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Can you guys move clouds? Can you bring them up and down? Can you change the shapes? Can you put activations?
If you see it like the same lucid dreaming kind of thing where you're able to in your mind system change anything within that system, then you adapt it to this reality here as well through your reflections, so you'll be able to change or command certain
exactly. With Linda, when she did her formation on her phone, she was going into voicing signals through her channel vision on her electronic device, and she knew exactly what to do through the grids. And also too with Linda when she was going through the Inakis, and I said, well, how come that's all internal? But no, it's in the physical form now. You have to remember, we're in space connection. We're in space odyssey. We are in space universal systems. All planet energies of intelligence are in the dimensional Earth right now. And that's why we're seeing everything through perceptions. That's why we're seeing orbs, turquoise of planets, pixies, anything with elements. You know?
Yeah.
The more you guys understand that, the more you understand your AI vessel. Right?
When I call on the wind, I yell at it to bring it on. And then it just, I love it because I love it. Like I'm the dog with his head out of the window driving in the car. I'm the dog with the tongue out. You know, I love wind. Like I love it. I don't know why. And so since I was a kid, I'd say, bring it on. And then they'll just gust so strong. I love it.
Do you send out your voicing signals when you're through the matrix grids, or do you just?
No, because I'm usually leaving Walmart or something. So I usually don't. I usually just say it in my mind. It's all in my mind.
So you're doing it through telekinesis then?
Yeah, I'll walk out and it'll be a windy day, or you know, and I'll just go, oh yes, let's go, and then it just starts. Like,
That's how I get with thunderstorms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Electric.
Cool.
Love thunderstorms.
Yep.
So powerful.
Now I have a
question. In terms of communication, they're really, really big and high. I mean, I had communication waving cycles through cloud formations in Mexico City, and it was so loud, it just rippled the ground formations in Mexico. I said, okay, that's Father coming in.
And then Andrew Lee says, see guys, like, go with the wind now.
Going back to Toronto.
I'm telling you.
Let's get present.
You know, I always had that when I was a kid. I used to tell my friends, like, there's a difference. So is this just the floor? I used to show them, like, there's a difference that if I do this and it just stops, but I can also do this and it'll spread out like a wave. And I didn't know what I was explaining, but is that just water? I mean, is that just the water realm, or what would that, I don't know why when I was a kid, it just popped in my head. I used to say, you know, so that's me, like multi-dimensional, I guess. The human sees that's it. And then as like my spirit.
You see beyond.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm seeing it going out as energy, like liquid light. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's liquid light. You know, exactly what it is. Yeah, but everything's on a different information through coloration. Are you communicating with the matrix? Or are you communicating with a simulation? Or are you communicating with intelligence? Or are you communicating with spaceships? Are you communicating with clouds? Are you communicating with dimensional systems?
So it's golden to me when it goes out.
Golden. That's
golden
a
realm.
That's a gem.
Yeah.
Just had an orb come through.
Yeah, I saw it.
You grab it?
Nice pull.
I did see it.
That's pretty big. Wow.
I didn't catch it.
Caught my attention. I guess because you're talking about golden light and it was just like blink.
It comes in.
Your orb communicating with.
I am. Yeah. I like that because I noticed that more with all of us. You know, just watching videos, how it's us communicating, you know, like, oh, what was that? Like Andrew, something came into Andrew the one day and that was me, but I didn't know. I don't know if it was me, but you said it as soon as I was like, I'm sorry. It was like, wait, it could have been any of us. I don't know. Maybe he did.
Yeah.
But it's neat to just pick up on that, like how we're really communicating with each other.
Yeah.
Like watching.
Fascinating, because anything through intelligence, anything through orbit, anything through division can go through your computer screen. That's how we're able to see these things in the atmospheres. So
send them to each other.
Andrew, were you saying when you were asking who he was communicating with, were you saying that the ships are not in the matrix? Or they are in the matrix, but you can communicate with them separately from just the matrix?
Everything through separation is the ego. So you understand, you have the sentient view, you have your avatar, and you have your higher self. So everything through coloration, you understand what is an XT1000? It's a relation to an avatar sentient. So everything is describable. It's understanding your divisional view when it comes to dimensional system. So you can be communicating with a space identification through a coloration, but you understand everything through formation of its hands. What kind of communication level is it at? What is it doing through SOS? How fast is it going through acceleration? That's what I was telling you about the guys that get into the metric system. How fast is it going? What's the coloration? What's the wind spins? What's the cycle division? You know, that's the communication, understanding where you're balancing out through vortex division. Oh, okay, so an XT1000 came in. So you know right away an XT1000 is setting up the crop circle. That's all they do. That's how you understand what an XT1000 is. It sets up the crop circles and you do everything else in the mine system. Okay. So, and then you got the low speeders. I like the low speeders because they come in and then they pop back out. They come in and then they pop back out, right? So they go into their portal activation. So they show you that they're there. They set up the line grids and then they pop out. That's it. So it's all about understanding everything through perception and what you see through division of numbers, letters, and shapes. Cool. Yeah. So.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, guys? How are we doing? Should we think about wrapping up soon, or do we have any more questions? Anything else, Andrew, you'd like to talk about, or?
Yeah, no, everything's formulating nicely. It's just everybody's getting to higher division right now. This is extremely high-rise conversation, which is fantastic. This is what I wanted, because it changes portal activation if we get somebody else in, right? But it's great to have new people. It's just great to have just the Galactic Force Team because we're understanding more of each other, getting more balance, understanding everything through division. So just keep practicing. Practice makes perfect. And yeah, you know.
Phone's dying, guys. Sorry.
No sorries.
I wanted to share, we were talking earlier about how we're working with the team and how they kind of come in and they're testing you. My first experience with them in the room, probably not with them in the room, but that I was aware of and I picked up and I started communicating with them. I was washing dishes and all of a sudden there was two beings and they were just, I could feel them and they were right in front of me and they were talking to each other. And then one of them would talk to me.
Nice.
And then I was just like, you guys talking to me? And then he went back, looked at the other one, was just like, we don't know if he's noticed that. And I said, hey, why did you stop talking to me? You're talking to me, talk to me. And so he turned and he looked and he shot more energy and it came to my mind. and then I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. So, and then he just went back and talked to the other one. And then I just finished up the dishes and I walked out and I didn't realize any of that had happened until the second I was like, yeah, okay, I haven't, because I snapped back into my body or something. So, and then I found out later it was Archangel Gabriel and Raphael, I think. So that was probably my first whoa with in testing me, oh, you want me to talk to you? I don't know. Okay, never mind. And they went back. So it was funny. They're always testing us and they're always seeing where we're at,
Yeah.
That was a really exciting, moment for me. But
good experience for you, eh?
That is a good one.
Yeah, it was about 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm good, guys.
Sarah, do you have anything last words that you want to mention to the Galactic Force Team?
Well, talking about the test, I think mine was the other night, like I said at the beginning of our conversation. Do you agree? Do you know who it was that I saw? I definitely felt like it was in my mind's eye. The colors I felt like represented heartfelt. I didn't feel any negativity whatsoever. But I think that's the only communication that I really got, besides them showing me that they were good. They were heartfelt.
No, you're getting the balance. It's one voicing grid to the next. And once you understand more communications of yourself, you understand more of your vocabulary of its division. So.
Okay. Well, I know that the next day we were talking a lot about the ego. And so I know that I was kind of manipulating my ego at that time. So I wasn't totally sure if I tricked myself. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to use whatever reference you have too. So it's not so much about the tricking yourself. It's more about what the reference means, I think.
Yeah, it didn't really make sense. And so I kind of tried not to believe that thought, really.
Yeah.
Here, take it. I'm on the. Did she just leave?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm on the phone. Sorry, multitasking.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
She's on the phone. Say, I'm live on YouTube.
I know,
Wanna
I'm
join
like,
me?
I'm staring at the phone. Hello, get the pizza, go.
My viewers. My viewers. Tell 'em.
Oh no, don't tell me you're gonna eat pizza on Zoom in front of us.
No, I wasn't.
That's not fair.
I had a salad. They got pizza.
Yeah, I smell the pizza. Remember, our senses
Do you?
kick in. Yes.
Oh wow, I think I'll have to go downstairs and make a pizza now.
I'm a sucker for cookies. These are mine.
There you go. Oh yum.
Chocolate chip,
Oh, it's food now. This is
Yeah,
not.
buddy.
Chocolate tip, yeah.
my weakness.
Tina is talking, but you're on mute. Tina,
Oh, sorry.
there you
That's
go.
probably. I said I could taste the cookies and pizza now.
Oh.
I know, so it's the senses are kicking in because we're getting stronger in the mind, telepathy, activation, food systems.
Tell them to.
Tina, you have any last words?
I'd like to thank everyone. I had a lot of fun. This is great. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, this is woohoo. Go. Yeah.
Room's still on too.
Gunnolini rocking, eh?
Yeah. Kundalini's always right.
It was
Rock.
kicking today. Oh, Tina, I'm so glad that we can see and hear you now, and the back, the feedback isn't going on. So
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that you're able to figure that out.
I'm
Yay.
very grateful too. Yeah, thank you so much for your patience, Linda, and everyone, especially Linda. Much.
It's all coming together. All of it.
Yep, it all is. Jerome, any last words?
Yeah, I just want to say, yeah, continually excited about the shifts that are occurring within us and in the reality as we move through. I've again, yeah, like I said before, been feeling the inevitable shift in consciousness a lot more now for the collective. It's been building up. And you can feel there is going to be a major shift. I was going to come in. It feels like days, but it could be weeks or whenever. But it feels pretty soon, and it starts within us that shift. So yeah,
Great.
yeah.
That's good. Yeah, major big shift coming up.
Yeah.
So I think we should all thank Linda hosting this channel, making it possible for everybody to come together.
Thank you, Linda.
I said thank you very much, Linda, what you've done, how we are come together through force recognizing each other and getting to know each other better, coming to Galactic Force Team. I'd like to thank you. So.
Well, you're welcome, and I'd like to thank you, Andrew, too, because you are helping so many people, and you're helping us understand so much more. And I love how you keep it on a donation basis, and you just uprise people like that. You fix their systems when they come on. Some people are hit and miss. They'll come onto your channel and then they'll leave, and maybe you don't see them for a while, and you just take them, you just give. So
yeah,
thank you for all you do and all your work. And it's you guys, thanks for being on the channel. We're having a love fest now. Big hug.
Yeah.
You do this thing or whatever.
Yes.
yeah, that part, yeah.
Here's a line formation.
That part recognizes everything.
A line formation of a shape grid of a heart.
Yeah.
Go, Linda.
Divisions, yeah. So
Okay, go like this.
first name.
On
Yeah.
Facebook,
Yeah.
I shared.
I was gonna drop it on the ground. Cool. Yeah. You can have this half, you can have that half.
on Facebook, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I posted these two guys dancing like on one curb across the street. There was another person dancing, and they're sending light to each other back and forth. You have to see it.
Nice.
Cool.
That reminds me.
Right on.
I heard Van Halen's version of Dancing in the Street, not like Chuck Berry, not the older one. David Lee Roth, Van Halen, Dancing in the Street, and I could see the rest of the world, like when Jacera's announced or something like that, parties in the street, everybody dancing everywhere. I started getting down in my house. I was like, woo, woo. I was dancing. I got my size going. I was having a fun time because I could see that. Now, Andrew, you've seen the future, so you know people are going to be playing that song, but it was going to be like a theme party for everybody to be
Yeah,
dancing.
that's a popular song. Yeah, I remember
Dancing in the
Helen, yeah.
Sarah, maybe you can put a link in your next video or something so we can see the video. If it was
Okay.
good for
I don't. Well, see, I thought we're friends on Facebook. I think
Okay.
maybe
Yeah,
it's your page.
I'm on
I'm
Facebook.
on and off of
Jerome,
Facebook. But I think
Jerome, I know for sure.
Yeah,
we
me too.
should
That's
make a
enough.
group. Somebody, does anybody know how to make groups? I mean, I could do it, but if somebody else wanted to do it, it'd be better because I don't get on Facebook a lot. Just on and off, on and off.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Oh,
You know, I'm getting out of the media, guys. Really am.
I have a
It's lot
group.
of BS.
I already have a Facebook group that I have. So yeah, I can make one.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so anybody want to make a group and then we just make it official, you know, for the Galactic Force
Okay.
Team.
Right. And then, you know, you decide when to invite them in at a certain point after they've been around for a while and coming on the Zooms regularly. And then that way we'll keep it just for the team and expand it. Or I don't know. Do you want to open it up to the public or keep it private?
Oh, I would say it's up to Andrew. Let Andrew decide whether or not they need to be in it or not.
Yeah.
Well, because we're extremely high force, it's pretty hard to have communication a lot of a three-dimensional system. So they won't understand our vocabulary.
What about like either like a WhatsApp or like a Telegram group or something like that? That way we can
Yeah, that
like or like a WhatsApp group or or a Facebook group could work too.
Is there, we can do more with Facebook, and that way we
Yeah.
can do more posts. And that.
Facebook, yeah, you can do groups. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we can start off private and then later we can change it if we want.
Yeah, I've changed
Or-
mine back and forth. I mean, yeah.
Just, you know, that it also gives us a chance to, you know, if you need to post something or share a picture, share a video or, you know, anything like that, we can do that in there with each other. And,
That'd be cool.
you know,
Oh, like yesterday, I saw this iridescent paint job on a car. It was so cool. Oh my God. I had to stop and pull back into the parking lot to the UE. I mean, it was so cool.
Yeah, and you can make like Andrew like an admin or Linda,
Administrator,
you can make
yeah.
all admins. So if anybody comes on to approve, we'll all see like who it is to approve.
is,
And
yeah.
Andrew can scan them and be like, hey.
mhm.
oh yeah, that's good.
So
Yeah.
Really
as long as
good.
it doesn't become like email, like homework. I know email's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Not another homework thing, but something where we can all communicate throughout would be great.
yeah, what I've noticed with mine is it's really about the user participation. You know, it's like I can put as much stuff over and over and over, but if everyone else really isn't, then it's not much of a group, you know?
Right.
So
Right.
I've had to filter out a lot of people in that respect. Like, you know, oh, you want to join this group? You made your Facebook on June 29th, 2020? Like, no, you know,
Right.
like, you know, there's certain ones.
Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off there,
No.
but that just reminded me. Somebody followed me on Twitter, and I follow everybody back usually, unless it looks like a bad thing, and I don't get the answer to follow them. But they took they completely hijacked my byline. It
Oh,
was like
wow.
spiritual being having a human experience and here to flip the planet or something like that. But they took it word for word, and they literally were only like following, I don't know, like 10 people, and they had 4 followers or whatever, and they just created it in July 2020. I was like,
Yeah.
you're hijacking my stuff. All right. That's a compliment. Copying is a compliment. I blocked them. I don't want to see it because if it's a bot or a troll, I don't want to see it. You know? Bye.
We'll have admins. Yeah, I'll watch it. I know a lot of that stuff. So if we do, I'll keep an eye out. I'm an admin for other groups too that I approve people. So yeah, I'm all ready for that. So if you want to set it up, Sarah, send me the invite. Yeah, cool.
Ooh, give me
Excited.
about a week. That way I can play around with it.
That's
Take your
good.
time.
And then we can friend each other on Facebook if we're not already friends too. So that's good.
Yeah, you can see all my funny posts. I got a lot of good ones.
Oh, but I tell you, I don't spend a lot of time on
Y'all
Facebook.
do.
I'll get lost a couple different nights. I'll
Oh.
get into it.
I'm
It's
probably on
only
5,
since
10
I
minutes
started
at
this.
most, you know, I really don't get on it that much. I just
I know, we get
it's-
lost in
it's a
Facebook.
lot of media and it's a lot of BS.
And it's been
Yeah.
politicized. Yeah, I mean, all right, if we use it for what we're supposed to, maybe it'll be good. We'll see.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Purposes.
it's just a tool. That's how you use it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
I used to go crazy on it when it started, and then I just stopped for a good 3 years. And now with the spiritual stuff, I think it's going to help a lot. I think it's really
Yeah,
good.
I joined in 2006. So just imagine
Yeah.
how much time I was on Facebook, you know?
Wow.
And then I realized the real truth about it, right? So
Well,
DARPA.
And that's why
I'm
we
not
make our own
on-
group. You can make your own private and keep it how you want it. So at least there's some freedom there.
well, I just figured that it might be easier to share certain things. Like if someone sees a video that might coincide with our discussions that we thought was interesting, that, you know, like there's things that Linda says, and I'll see a video on YouTube that I'd like to share with her or for her to see, but I
Right.
don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe this is something that we can all
Yeah.
communicate and keep it going through the week, or maybe something that we can reflect back on and discuss during our meetings.
Yeah, when I was talking about Jerome talking about the colostrum, you know, I wanted to I was talking about the Jim Carrey video, and he totally talks about it. That would be a perfect example. Like if he had that, I could have just been like. After that, I was just reeling on it for so long.
Certain visuals I have, because I kind of like watched certain anime and stuff, like they have certain visuals that is easily adaptable into the mind system as well too. That would benefit a lot in terms of application, because that's how I actually like copy certain things and adapt it to the mind system to upgrade certain, you know. So I was asking if y'all are familiar with Telegram, which is kind of similar to WhatsApp, but I think is more encrypted. It's not tracked like how you have Facebook or WhatsApp. It's a lot
I
more.
mentioned it earlier.
Right.
Telegram's good.
Right. With that you could share all the videos and stuff that you want. Yeah, it's a lot more secure. So I mean, we could decide, we could vote on it.
Yeah, compare. They would both work. Maybe Telegram would be easier because it's less like Facebook-y, and it's more like a messenger. So you can still send like a photo or a video through the messenger.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's a little less like intense, you know.
Yeah. It's more direct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, if you guys do it on there, let me know, because I'll set up an account. I'll go over, you know, wherever the group goes.
Right. So you just download the app.
This is Telegram?
Yeah, Telegram.
Okay.
Real easy.
And let me see. I could check. I could actually I could see how you create a group. I could create a group in Telegram.
Okay.
That'd be good.
Yeah, we'll pass it around.
Well, if you do something like that, if you're going to start with Facebook and do that, then you start a Telegram or whatever we're doing, then we can have a place to communicate.
Right. Yeah.
Where we're going or what we're doing.
Yeah. So we'll be able to, yeah.
Cool.
Great.
See how it goes.
Thank you.
I will update on that, and Sarah could create the right. Okay.
Yeah,
Sarah, is your
we're gonna figure it out.
That's fine. I'm game for whatever you guys want me to do. Just let me know.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got my mind wrapped around some thoughts for some t-shirts too. I don't know if you saw my image that I had on my
you can start
picture today.
emailing all of us, Sarah, and tell us what we can get down.
I'm getting some interference.
Oh yeah, he froze to me too.
Yeah, me too. He froze.
And there's some back.
Sarah just froze.
Feedback on somebody as well.
I'm not sure who it is.
So the t-shirts you were talking about.
I don't know if you saw the image that I had for my picture earlier. I had it kind of covered up. It looks like a monk with his back. And then on one, it looks like he's sitting looking at the galaxy. On one part of his hand, he has the world. And then the next hand, he has a heart in his hand. I think if we write something like the galaxy, you know, I don't know exactly what wording, but we could have, you know, I thought that would be kind of a cool image for a shirt.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the chat. Like we could do activation shirts. We can do, I think it was one of his videos. I mean, with all the stuff that we're learning, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Logos.
You guys, have you looked at Cafe Press yet? I've done shirts since 2004 in my Cafe Press store.
I've heard of it.
If you go to my website, teachpiecedesigns.com.
I've been there.
Hate promoting myself. It says go to original store. And when you go there, you go into the Cafe Press store. It's all about Teach Piece. I have a Destination 7D in there when I first learned that the 5D was hijacked. And then I was like, we're going 7D and higher. So I had a 7D Infinity. It was Destination 7D Infinity, meaning 7D and beyond. But anyway, that was another section I put in there. But their merchandise is pretty cheap. You don't make a lot of money on it. It's not a big money maker. You make a couple bucks on a shirt. But
We're spreading out activations. That's how I see it, right?
Exactly.
Everyone who gets one is now another node, somewhere for something. So
exactly. Yay, he's back.
Oh, I lost communication.
Wonder how you popped back in without me admitting you to the room. How did you do that?
He's got skill like that. He's got skills.
Holy shit. You did that on your own, because I usually hit admit you bypassed the waiting room?
Yeah.
How did you do that? Holy cow, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait.
don't tell her your secrets.
Wow.
I can tell you my secrets. I have secrets too,
Otherwise we'll never learn. I mean,
we were just talking
Linda.
about t-shirts and waiting for you to come back on, so I
Yeah,
figured
no, I just
Listen-
went through the firewall
listen-
proxy system.
Listen, Linda. Don't make him wait in the waiting room.
I don't, if you could see my screen, I wish I could like turn this around so you guys could see it. I have so many tabs opened up, but I have the Zoom one open in front because that's where I'm paying attention to. But if I'm answering chat and another one opens, it overlays on top of the Zoom one. So I don't always see if somebody's waiting in the waiting room if I'm over there. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mostly pay attention.
he wasn't, so you're good.
It didn't come up on the thing. He just popped right on. I was
Just
like,
pop on, yeah, no, it's how to get past the firewall. It's how to get into Linda's mind. It's how to get into the channel. Yeah.
getting into my mind. Listen to you. No, somebody said something. I think it was Jerome, and he said I'm back because he had gone out.
Oh, yeah.
And I had hit the admit as soon as I saw it over here, because I use my iPad over here to keep an eye on the chat.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have it there. I have it here because it has to be open for the YouTube. You know, when you're live streaming, you have to have it open. So anyway, long story. If you guys ever do that and you do it with Zoom, you'll see how many freaking tabs you have open. You should have seen me figuring out the beginning. If you didn't see the beginning of it, once it uploads later, check it out tomorrow. Go back. I did a little video thing. Where music playing. And
I saw it.
That
Yeah,
is so
I heard
cool.
it. I heard it. I like that. That was
I
cool.
worked hard on that, and I was like, yeah, you know, it's not hard to do, but it took a little while to get everything centered and screen share, and then put stream starting soon and all that. It was like, you know, I had fun doing it. I love that. I love that creativity. I love like HTML coding and website. You drag and drop now. You don't need code anymore, but I love doing that stuff. So I can figure things out.
Yeah.
It's just, if I've never been there, it takes a little bit of time. And you guys probably think I'm a real YouTube dummy because I'm always like, wait, I still didn't get the link right. And even now I gave myself time this time. I just couldn't do it. I don't know. I'll get it. I'll figure it
If
out.
it ain't natural, don't force it, right? So.
I'll figure it out. No, it's
Yes, yep.
split screen would work nice. That way, if I'm screen sharing and you guys are watching, the stream will start soon. If you're seeing that on the stream before I come on, if I hit something else and it goes in front of it, then I'll be screen sharing what I'm doing, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, how do I do this? Anybody else have that issue? No? Okay. Thanks for letting me vent, you guys. I love you. Thank you.
So
I haven't used YouTube through Zoom yet. I've just done Zoom, so I can't. Let's say. But I do run into that stream thing with mine. I use Streamlabs, and it'll just say like token not certified, and then I don't even know. I did a whole video. It was.
Oh yeah,
2
I had the
weeks
same
ago.
problem. That's just it's a chat error. You have to reset your computer.
Yeah, and so when I stopped, it's all on my phone. So when I stopped it, it kept saying I was live, and it was like all 12 hours of the rest.
Yeah,
of
you
the
just
day.
lose your chat. That's the thing. It does.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I noticed. And then I guess
I had the same
whatever,
problem.
once midnight happened, it
Yeah.
fixed or whatever.
Yeah.
How do you get a community page on YouTube?
I was just looking into that, so I don't
I think
I
know.
think it's 1,000 subscribers or something like that, because you can monetize when you have 1,000 subscribers, but you need 4,000 watch time hours, which is a lot.
Oh, hell.
Andrew, you probably have that now. I
I
don't.
got way over that. Yeah. It's
You're
just
way, yeah, because you've got a lot of video. I don't have enough content. I'm not over 4,000 hours yet. So then you can, but
I got
once,
over 67,000 hours in a week.
but I think isn't it 1,000? Really? That's a lot. Isn't it
Yeah.
1,000
Subscribe.
subscribers to get the community tab?
You need 1,000, and then I can do it on my phone. I can't do it on my phone until I get 1,000 subscribers. That's why I do it on
Right.
my computer.
I'm afraid to do it on my phone.
So I got the Streamlab app on my phone to do it with because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So I use an app on my phone, and I still use my phone to go live.
So
I
you
had to
can
figure
use
out
an app then to actually go live.
So
Yep.
StreamYard.
Is that through YouTube or is that another app?
It's another app. So you just literally, when you hook it up, you click YouTube, like what platform you want to stream to. It's got like Twitch, YouTube, all the other ones on there. And then you just click YouTube. And when you log in, it connects right to your info. And then you just hit start on the Streamlabs app that I use. And then it'll go right over to Facebook or YouTube. That's what, yeah. So it's all in the app.
Interesting.
Of which I can also live stream here on Facebook and things like that too. But I'll tell you, Facebook's got people that I've known from my past and like my family and different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I started streaming this over there,
Oh,
like, they don't-
Haterville, USA.
even my family, like who knows I have a YouTube channel, they're like, they don't want to watch it. They don't say, well, what's your YouTube channel name? Like, they don't want to hear what I have to say.
Oh, they won't understand you, Linda.
No,
Especially
they don't. I know when I talk to them, I do not use computer language, but I throw in little pieces here and there.
here and there, yeah. You
Like
don't
I
want
might
to
say,
get the
if
too
you're,
confused.
I might say like if you're high rising, or let's say you're increasing your rate of vibration, and then they get it. Like you kind of got to give them an alternate meaning. But yeah, I'm talking about family, like not in my immediate family, because my kids understand me, and they've watched my channel. They do, but yeah, other relatives, it's like, I know you said something in one of your 6 videos, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about, I don't know if I took notes on that part. It was really good too. It was about the voicing grids being extremely powerful. I'm saying this was a note I took, was don't underestimate the power of the voicing grids because they're extremely powerful. And then plasma lights points of division are actually us, and we're dispersed throughout division, spread out, sprinkled, spaced out, so
Right.
that when our lights are connecting, it's not like you have a whole cluster right here, but then you have the rest of the world that's like empty, like how are you going to do an even grid? So like our placement in our bodies was deliberately, yeah. So anyway, you were saying that in there, and I just,
Yeah, it was orchestrated.
yeah.
That's all planned.
That's why I'm here. I know why I'm here. Yeah.
I know
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah. We're right where we need to be.
Yep.
Oh, it's good because you're connecting now and you're understanding, why you're here, and that's the biggest thing. And then you understand everything through your perception, your voicing grid, and your minds.
Yeah.
I even tried to move to Sacramento and still brought me back. So I'm going to be here. I think Mama Gaia needs me here for now. It's the area.
I've tried to get to California. I had 2 paid trips, couldn't make them for various personal.
I haven't been to California.
I need to get there, and I want to see Mount Shasta, and I've got the calling, but I haven't been able to make it yet. So I know when I go, it's going to be a big deal.
The most peaceful sound stops.
Yeah.
Stops. It's
Yep.
dead silent. It's my favorite place in the
It's
world.
been a spiritual calling. I just kind of know like I'm going to have contact when I go there with the inner earthlings. I know it. I don't know if it's going to be Ishtar or what they are, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But
they take you there for a reason. You don't question anything, just you're there for a reason. And then
Yeah.
everything else just falls into place. And then you start learning more things about why you're here. Okay? Because why was I in Mexico for a year? to get the uprise, to bring up the Galactic Force Team.
Yeah.
You going back, Andrew? Do you feel like the calling is to go back?
Yeah, the calling is going back, but I plan on going to Hawaii because I got to change formations into Lemuria. I got to bring up the underwater cities because right now it's underground, so I got to bring it to its surface. You know.
I love Hawaii. Hawaii's so nice.
It's a huge part of Lemuria. So
if you know when you're going, because I can't wait to see the background and live vicariously through you, because Hawaii is on my dream list. It's on.
Yeah. That's what Rome to like do a video with the ocean behind him or whatever. It's so pretty.
But I am going to in August. I'm going up to Thunder Bay for a week and a half with my daughter. So
where's Thunder Bay?
Thunder Bay. It's northern town up in Terry Fox Run, where you have the Lake Superior, the Sleepy Giant. It's great. They have the Trans-Canada Highway. It's a great place, you know. My brother live up there. My dad's up there, so.
Sounds fun.
I keep wanting to do like a something to show you guys because I always type in I'm going through the mountains, you know. And I keep wanting to do. That's why I was looking for the community page. I was trying to do that too because I wanted to put pictures from, you know, every time I'm heading out, you know, on my YouTube, so you guys can see them. But yeah, that's cool. I love seeing that stuff.
I have it. I should probably use it more often. I've only used it for like Schumann resonance updates, or if I feel a big energy wave coming in, if something tells me to do it, but it hasn't been a main mode of communication. But I'll get better at it. If they want me to do it, I'll do it, you know.
When you guys download Telegram, you could add me. My account is Golden Bird 9.
Golden Bird 9.
Mm-hmm. With a capital G.
Capital GOLDEN, Bird BIRD.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 9.
Mm-hmm. So everything is together. The word.
Perfect.
Yeah. Just
Jerome, when I set up an account, I'll just send you my link through Facebook.
Okay. All right. Right. So I should be able to set up the group in Telegram, Galactic Force Team.
Cool.
Yeah. Right. Telegram is a lot easier to maneuver in there. And if anybody sees any formations in the sky or anything like that, you could send it through there, and you know.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Very good.
What was it, Jerome? Golden what?
Golden Bird 9.
Bird. That okay. I wanted to say circle.
Yeah.
I totally forgotten you just said it.
Michael's frozen now. I can hear you, but you're not moving.
Yeah, he's frozen in time. That's what happened at first. Everybody, when they first went off, everybody was frozen except me.
Oh no, it was the opposite for us. We saw you freeze. Yeah. It's just like Michael was talking about freezing in grade school,
It's
remember?
the time zones, people. It's the space and time. And that's how I was able to get it into Linda's channel without being.
You got a pass. You got the pass. You have a golden ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just understanding the firewall of computers. That's all.
Andrew was like, ready.
Yeah, no, that's what I was doing. I was using my.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
But yeah, send me that information to my email so we know exactly what's going on with Telegram, so we can set up the Galactic Force Team, get with the pictures and everything, information. This is going to be a lot more easier now. Now we can go to the Privacy Act, and then we can get into the grid formations, and then we can get into the crop circles.
Yeah.
So.
That's great. And I don't know, I can't remember if I told you earlier, you guys, because I don't like to interrupt, you know, but sometimes you get a chance. But Priscilla was on too. She just couldn't get off the YouTube end. So if I didn't tell you that, she was paying attention.
Oh, okay.
But that was early on. I don't know how long she was on for, because I can't see it in the chat in here. It's like the chat only goes up to here for me, because I had turned it off, and then when I went back on, it didn't show the chat, which is actually really good for me to know. My green screen's acting funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was really good for me to know that, because now I know if somebody pops on, they're not going to be able to scroll back and chat. I wonder why, but now I know. So I'll have to keep posting the link for people. See, lesson learned.
Yeah, there's a little button. I think it's like a 3-bar button, and you can hit like all visible chat or live. And I just switch between the two to try to get through it. I don't know if all of it shows up or not, but I think you can hit an option, but I'll have to.
Where would that be on here?
Right. So at the top, somewhere up there, you can click. Yeah, it's the right next to the X. Click the bars.
Top chat and live chat. Oh, live chat's all messages available.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Oh, and then look what happened. I lost even more.
Oh,
This is all that's there now. Like, that's it.
okay, well, I mean, you know, I knew it did something. I guess that's not what we wanted it to do.
What's happening to my green screen? That's what I want to know. All right. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
My green screen said, oh, I know, because I turned my fan on over there. So,
Holy.
all right. Well, I needed air because it was pretty hot anyway. So, Kundalini was
Turn that
rising.
fan off, blowing Sarah away. Jeez.
Sorry, my neighbors are shooting off fireworks. It's scarred me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fireworks, wasn't that yesterday? Canada?
No.
Oh no, that's the States. So they
I
have
don't know.
Saturday.
Yeah,
The
it's
neighbors are shooting off fireworks.
Ah, yeah.
Show us. Which way are they lighting them?
They're right here in the.
Oh wow.
I've been in this house for about 8 years, and I'm telling you, it's the most beautiful view at night. I can see every star there is.
That's good.
Nice.
It's just wide open.
Oh, it's got a nice portal.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Mm-mm.
Very cool.
It's still awfully light out. I don't know why we're shooting off fireworks, but I'm gonna show you the sky real quick, guys. Check this out. My group still.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's got a grid formation. Let's say it again.
I'm just gonna do a
Recreation
walk around.
systems,
Yeah. Wow. It's thick. It's
Oh,
very
wow.
dense.
Yeah.
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 And
very-
we'll have some storms tonight. I feel it for sure.
Well, it's got line grab. Yeah, cloud interference. Okay.
Andrew, is that the created weather control pattern of cloud formations? They
Yeah,
look like
no, it's the grid formation. It's the digital format that sets its cloud information through. It tells you exactly where it is through dimension. So, and whatever you see through your perception, guys, if you've seen a coloration of pink, that is your perception through division. So, like I said, when Sarah showed me that an amazing atmosphere and it was all pink, it's incredible. It's like
You know
the whole
what?
sky was
Yeah.
pink.
yeah, I love that. That was
Wow.
What was crazy is it was orange at first. It was
Yeah.
orange, and I couldn't step out so I could actually see the back part of the house.
Yeah.
So I went inside to get an umbrella. When I came out, it was pink that quick.
Yeah.
I was outside that night at my sister's house. We had the same sky. It
It's
was, and it was
beautiful.
almost like there was a violet overlighting the whole thing too.
Yeah. Well, the galaxies are shifting. You have to understand what galaxies do. They go through the wind formation system, and the system changes everything through its connection of force recognizing everything through the chakras. So galaxies are extremely powerful because they go through the wind force, right? So they go through all continent levels of divisions through the dimensional Earth. That sets its grounds and its atmospheres through its astral planes and anything through space and time. So it changes its colorations through all vibration systems. It's really, really powerful stuff. It's great to see the colorations of dimensions and clouds. So.
Okay. Okay. All right, so I got it set up. Andrew, I sent you an email.
Okay.
Right, with my account information and how to download the Telegram app. Right, and Sarah, I sent you a message for the account number as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
Tina, you you know how to, so you would just go into the whichever app store you have for your phone, and you would search for Telegram, which is Telegram.
Thank you.
And
I'll add the app after I get off here. So I just go to the Play Store.
right, yeah, right. And then my account name is Golden Bird 9. So it was, let me see, let me type it in the chat. So I can do that.
I've been having trouble installing apps on my phone now. It's doing this weird thing where it's saying, see how it
Double-click
bounces
to
and then
install?
double click to do it?
Click to install.
Yeah, double click.
I double click and then it just disappears and it goes back to, get. So I'm having this issue and my son was telling me it's a facial recognition thing. So you gotta
Whoa.
hold it up to your face, but I'm holding it up and I'm trying to double click and like, it's still not letting me install. So I'm going to let them do that for me after.
That sounds like you have to just clear your cache. Are you talking about on the Google Play Store when you're in the store? If it just circles and then it doesn't go, like it doesn't install or download, it just keeps circling.
No, this is to actually install it. See, double click to install.
Oh, okay. Can't help you. Yep. Haven't seen
I
it.
find it's
No,
easier
it's
if
on
you
the
just reset
iPhone.
your phone,
It's
Linda.
different. It's
Reset your phone.
I got it. Yeah, I got Android.
like an upgraded, it's like the phone did its upgrade thing, and then this is like a new thing to,
Oh,
I don't care. I'll figure it out.
they're making it better. They're making it better for us. Yeah.
Better.
Making it great.
Yeah. Again, because
Oh,
Sorry, low blow.
no, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
wait, what were we talking? I'm sorry.
That,
Yeah, I don't know.
oh, what is it, like this? Like this? And like this.
So I got to tell you this really, really fast. This will be comical. My daughter is very connected with animals. So we've had a zoo at my house. We have 4 ducks. One of them, I'll just list them. We got 3 girls and 1 boy. So first name is Susan. Sorry, Susan.
Oh, I hear them.
You hear 'em?
Oh, wow.
The white one is Listen Linda. No lie, Listen Linda.
It's called Listen Linda?
Yes.
Are you kidding?
So we got Susan, Listen Linda.
He's not kidding.
Come on.
Wow.
Actually, I forgot. Linda is a black one. The white one is That Bee Carol Baskin.
Wow.
And the boy, his name is Buck Nasty.
Oh my God, that's great.
My oldest named them, so she's got a sense of humor. That's all I can say.
That's
Come
awesome.
here. But yes, when you say Listen Linda, I just crack up because it's one of the ducks.
That is so funny. Oh, I love it. Thanks for sharing them with us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought you were joking about his name being Listen Linda, but that is too much, especially since we were both talking about that tonight. Wow. Funny. All right, guys.
Well,
if everybody else is done, I think it's a good time to say good night and goodbye, unless anybody else has anything else they want to say.
We got a new kitty, so I'm gonna go take care of him.
What's the name?
4 weeks old. She named her Belle.
Oh,
Sweet.
She's great. Yeah, I will.
Oh, I know.
Her duck just went quack. I'll bet that was Listen Linda. Funny.
Oh.
You guys. Well, thanks for sharing your evening with us tonight. We'll see everybody back on Andrew's channel tomorrow, or you do every weekend too, don't you? Every single day?
Every day, yeah, 7 days a week.
Because I pick up my granddaughter now on weekends, and so Saturdays and Sundays, I'm definitely not going to make it. She just turned 3, so I cannot, But
Yeah.
I'll watch back when I get time. But anyway, you guys,
Awesome.
I got to come out with a good way to end the show. So if anybody wants to come up with something, a good shtick, you know, one of those things we say like there's one guy I watched with the King, Charlie Ward's station, or Charlie Ward's channel, and he says, just remember, Jesus loves you, even if everyone else thinks you're a twat. That's how he ends his show every time, and it cracks me up. So we need a good shtick for an ending.
I like Tabitha Brown's.
Tabitha Brown?
Yeah. I can't say what it is word for word, but it always makes me smile when I see it or when I hear her say it. So you'll have to find her on Facebook and listen to it.
Cool, creative. We get to make some more stuff. Yay.
Yeah, that's right. I should make an outro instead of just an intro. Actually, this, excuse me, the one that I just did was for this Thursday night specifically for you guys. But when I upload my own videos, I should have an intro and an outro too. So I guess I got to think about that.
Yeah, I got one of those intros and then it changed and then it changed and then it changed and changed. And I just forget it. I'm just going to be me. I don't care. But I still got it. So maybe one day I'll start adding it too. But yeah, I like them. They're neat little.
Yeah, it makes it a little more professional looking.
Set you up for what you're getting. Yeah, I think it's just nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to play.
Rockin' music. What's that, Tina?
It's fun to play. You know, play with. That's fun.
It is creative. Yep.
Yeah. Well, my intro is just basically changing videos, changing topics, right? Because I'm on every single day. So.
Yeah.
I like some of the pictures that you use as your, like even Michael's. You guys have like a picture that you put on.
The thumbnails. Yep.
Yeah, I like that. I'm doing it on my phone, so I know I got a lot to do, but
yeah, I actually have to go on my lap. Well, I don't have to. It's just easier when I set it all up online. Like, yeah, with my phone, it's just. But I know you can do it. But.
Yeah. Well, very good.
All right.
I guess with that, we will all say good night.
Yeah.
Love you guys. It's been great spending time with you. See you in
Thank
school.
you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
That's fun.
Skyward could say, use the force.
Yeah, may the force be with you.
May the force be with you.
May the force be with you, even if you're a twat.
Yeah.
No, even if everyone thinks you're a twat. That way I'm not name calling.
What side is this? Is this galactic side? You know, it's not west. It's not east. What is it, Andrew? It's location side.
Yeah, location. It's a 2-vector unit system and a 4-divisional level of panel activation point system.
Wait a minute. I thought it was Mork and Mindy's Nanu Nanu, and it says
right, or Spock. Spock.
Oh, you better watch. You better watch. You might offend some communities that use that. For,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. They need to learn to know what I'm saying.
Nanu Nanu. Let's just
talking about Nanu Nanu. It's a handshake.
Nanu Nanu.
Yeah, Robin Williams will like that one. I'm sure if we.
He's probably right here along with us at that one. Anyway.
I loved that show. I have the suspenders to that when he
Oh, cool.
Shows my age. Yes.
Nice. Nice. All right, guys.
All right.
Take it easy. I love you all. See you soon.
Love you guys. Take it easy.
Love you. Bye.